Welcome to the Northwest Sports Fanatics YouTube channel. I am your host, Orion. I got a great show for you here today between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Seattle Mariners. First pitch is going to be here in roughly 5 minutes, so let's cue up the music, take a look at the thumb, and let's get into the starting lineups. Happy Friday, everyone. On the left, the top 10 hitter the game at the moment, Ketel Marte. And on the right, our up-and-coming stud that can play third base, shortstop, wherever we need him. We got him, Colt Emerson. Now let's get into the starting lineups here first for the visiting Arizona Diamondbacks. Leading off for the Diamondbacks at second base, Ketel Marte. Batting second, playing right field, Corbin Carroll. Batting third, playing shortstop for Arizona, Geraldo Perdomo. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, catching today for the Diamondbacks, Gabriel Moreno. Batting fifth, DHing today for the Diamondbacks, Adrian Del Castillo. Batting sixth, playing center field, Ryan Waldschmidt. Batting seventh, playing first base, Ildemaro Vargas. Batting eighth, playing third base, Jose Hernandez. And batting ninth, playing left field, Tommy Troy. And on the mound for the Diamondbacks with a 3-4 record, ERA of 4.80, it is Zach Gallen. And now let's get into the starting lineups for your Seattle Mariners. Leading off for the Mariners at shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Batting second, playing center field, it's J-Rod Julio Rodriguez. Batting third, playing first base, it's Nails, Josh Naylor. Batting cleanup, batting fourth, left fielder, Randy Arozarena. Batting fifth, playing right field, Luke Raley. Batting sixth, playing second base, Cole Clutch Young. Batting seventh and DHing for Seattle, the Italian stallion, Dominic Canzone. Batting eighth, catching today for the Mariners, Johnny Pereda. And batting ninth, playing third base, Colt Emerson. And on the mound for the Mariners with a 5-4 record, an ERA of 3.54, it is Furious George Kirby. And we know Kirby's last start didn't go the way that we wanted. It's time for some redemption against a Arizona Diamondback team that is very, very hot. 10-1 in their last 11 games. And on top of that, Ketel Marte on a 11-game hit streak. Marte and Carroll are two of the top 10 hitters at the moment. And hopefully we'll be able to slow them down slightly here tonight. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. We're going to be shooting for 100 likes, 100 on that dono train. And 5 to 15 subs. Let's get it, baby. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Friday night. Jerry in the building, what's good? Parker in the building, what's good? Hawks in the building, how are you? Daniel in the building, how are you? All day, let's get it, baby. This is going to be tough, but I'm here for the challenge. And I think, we do play better, when we go against teams that have really good records. We may not, sweep. We may not win 2 out of 3, but again, we're shooting for 2 out of 3. And if we end up winning the first 2 games in the series, then we can start talking about a sweep. And again, they're going to come and they're going to go. We're going to be able to get a few throughout the year. We are in first place in the AL West. And again, I know a lot of us Mariner fans, we're happy we're in first, but nothing would make us happier besides getting above 500, right? It's one thing to be 28 and 29, but it almost feels kind of like a fraudulent first place record, because everyone else, for the most part, is a few games or quite a few games above 500. So, this will be a good opportunity and a good test for us, not only here on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday versus the Diamondbacks, who are very, very good in the National League this year, 31 and 24, but there is wiggle room. They're only 13 and 14 on the road, and we're hot. So I like our chances winning 2 out of 3 in this series. And again, if we win the first 2, then we can start talking about the brooms and the sweep. And then after the Diamondbacks, we stay here at T-Mobile, and we play against one of the teams that have been really struggling this season in the New York Mets. So we definitely have an opportunity to win 2 out of 3, maybe even get a sweep, between the Diamondbacks or the Mets. And again, if we end up doing that, we'll be a few games above 500. And then hopefully we get to that point and we don't look back. All day in the building. What's good? Jack in the building. What's good? Jerry, I see you. Sean in the building. How are you? And I'm definitely excited for this opportunity to play a really good team, and again, sometimes it's going to go our way, like when we played the Atlanta Braves, right? When we won 2 out of 3, should have won 3 out of 3 if the bullpen didn't really shit the bed in that one particular game. And then we've also been on the flip side of it, where we've gotten swept, by teams like the Padres at home and on the road. So I'm definitely up for a challenge. We understand how good this team is. 10-1 record in the last 11 game hit streak, for Ketel Marte. But we're not afraid. We're at home. We played well on the road, and we got our guy, George Kirby, on the mound. Definitely excited for this one here tonight. 11 games this season with a 5-4 record. Kirby's record should be a little bit better than that. 3.54 ERA, strikeout percent almost 20% at 19.8, and his walk rate 5.8%. And George is one of the top guys, not only on the Mariners, but in the league for walking guys. Doesn't really happen that often, and hopefully we can get George off to a fast start. Kirby on the mound, leading off for the Diamondbacks on an 11-game hit streak. Hopefully that'll come to an end, just like we had another streak come to an end against the Athletics. And again, we know how many great players they have, but that doesn't mean we can end some streaks. Leading off is Ketel Marte. Batting second, right fielder Corbin Carroll. And batting third, shortstop Geraldo Perdomo. Let's go, baby. All right, All Day says we're at 25. Good start already. And again, I'm very excited, for this Friday, Saturday, Sunday matchup. And I'm also excited for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday against the Mets. Normally when we go to New York, regardless if it's the Yankees or the Mets, we don't fare that well. But at home, I like our chances. First pitch is high and away to Ketel Marte, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, four-seam fastball, low and away, 97 miles an hour there by George Kirby. 2 balls and no strikes to Ketel Marte. And we'll definitely know how, the outing will go, probably sooner than later within these first couple innings. 2-0 pitch. And Marte with a little dribbler out at first base. Toe tap on the bag, and that is 1 away. And we'll take a little slow dribbler there by Ketel Marte all day, every day. Down goes Marte. Next up, right fielder Corbin Carroll. First pitch here from Kirby, four-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour, high and inside, and that gets fouled back behind the plate. Out of play, 0-1 count. Top of the first inning, 0-0 here early between the Diamondbacks and the Mariners. Let's go, George. And obviously we know Kirby and Wu lost, obviously, and their last start on the mound, and we definitely want them to get back where they were. And a little dribbler right up the middle on a knuckle curve, 86 miles an hour, and Corbin Carroll singles to center and starts off with a hit here on Kirby. I mean, Kirby could have, he kind of put his glove up, but we don't really necessarily want those balls to get deflected, based off the pitcher trying to make a play. Let the guys behind him make it. Unfortunately, was nowhere near JP or Cole. Nice base knock there by Corbin Carroll. Next up is Perdomo. First pitch to Perdomo, pops it up, and out of play. Four-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Top of the first inning, runner at first, Corbin Carroll with one out. 0-1 pitch. Takes a strike looking right down the middle with a sweeper, 87 miles an hour. No balls and two strikes with a runner at first and one out. Top of the first inning, 0-0 here early between the Diamondbacks and the Mariners. George Kirby on the mound. Geraldo Perdomo in the box. 0-2 pitch. And a line drive. Oh, Cole Young. Double play. Wow. Unbelievable. Oh, my goodness. And there is a reason, why, Cole and Cole are going to be one of the best duos for many, many years to come. He ends up getting a glove on it, tips it to himself, throws it to first to Naylor. Carroll was already at second. What a huge double play to give some George Kirby assistance here early on. And again, these type of plays that Cole Young is making at second base, we haven't really seen a Mariner player at that position play to that kind of level defensively, night in and night out, in a long, long time. I'm very impressed. And again, there is a reason why he's one of the favorite players for a lot of us in the Mariner fan base. What a play. Cole Young doing it with the glove, and hopefully he'll be able to do it with the bat as well. Way to bring the electricity to shut down that early rally by the Diamondbacks, Cole Young. Incredible. Let's go to the bottom of the first inning and let's get on the board early and often. What do you say? Trident's up. Let's go M. Soto Mojo, baby. Leading off at shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Batting second in center field, it's J-Rod Julio Rodriguez. And batting third at first base, it's Nails, Josh Naylor. And on the mound for the Diamondbacks, 3-4 record, ERA of 4.80, Zach Gallen. Trident's up. Let's go M's. What a play. I mean, we usually see plays, but not necessarily like that. And one of the first times all year, where we've seen someone kind of bobble it to themselves after getting, a little bit of a piece on that ball and getting that double play. Very, very skilled player early in his young career, Cole Clutch Young. Let's go. Trident's up. Let's go M's. All right, here we go. Let's see if J.P. Crawford can get on base with a single, double, home run, or even getting a walk and just getting a rally started here early and often against this very good team in the National League. And the National League is getting a little crazy, where they have almost every team except for a couple that are above 500. And on the American League, it's like the opposite. We only have a couple teams above 500 and then everyone else. I don't think I've really seen this type of disparity on the win-loss record, from one league to the next being so different, but here is where we are. 1-0 pitch, inside on the line with a four-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour, and that is called ball, but it looked like a strike to me. 2 balls and no strikes to J.P. Crawford. 2-0 pitch, fouled off there by JP. Four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour there by Zach Gallen. 2 balls and 1 strike with nobody on and no outs. Bottom of the first inning, 0-0 here early between the Diamondbacks and the Mariners. 2-1 pitch, high and away, knuckle curve. Missing there by quite a few inches, 80 miles an hour there by Gallen. 3 balls and 1 strike to J.P. Crawford. Take the walk, JP, if it's there. 3-1 pitch, hard hit ball, deep right field, back. See ya! And J.P. Crawford gets us on the board early on a 3-1 count pitch right down the middle. J.P. Crawford, 379 feet with ice water in his veins. Let's fucking go. 1-0 Mariners. Kind of had a feeling something big was going to happen. Let's go. Riz loves it. We love it. 1-0 Seattle. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Tridents up. 1-0 Mariners, and the hot streak continues from our road trip in Sacramento against the A's. First pitch to Julio Rodriguez. Takes a strike looking high and inside. 0-1 count. Let's go, baby. Velasco in the building. What's good? And it just kind of feels like, we're getting to a point where we're going to be above 500 sooner than later. And then hopefully once we get about 4 or 5 games up, even if we were to take a sweep, we could still be a couple games above 500. So, just got to be patient. It took us a third of the season to get to first place in the AL West. And again, we have the deepest team talent-wise. You just got to be patient. I know that's tough based on what happened last year, but we're still going to be one of the best teams in the American League. There's no doubt about that. 0-2 pitch, high and away. Four-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour by Gallen, missing. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. 1-2 pitch, high and inside. Julio has to jump out of the way to prevent from being hit there. Four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour by Gallen. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. We got a 1-0 lead with a J.P. Crawford 379 feet home run on a 3-1 pitch, and we got an early 1-0 lead. 2-2 pitch, laser there into left field, foul ball there by Julio, and he's got the most home runs in any month besides July 2025 and August 2023. If he can hit one more home run, he'll end up having the most in a single month in his career. 2-2 pitch, popped up, and fading foul. Nice souvenir for that fan out there in right field. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Bottom of the first inning, 1-0 Mariners with a J.P. Crawford solo dinger moments ago on a 3-1 pitch right down the middle. Don't you dare go down the middle on us. We're hot lately. And again, if J.P. Crawford can get a home run, you have to believe there may be another, possibly 2, maybe even 3 more before this game is up. Let's go. Most home runs in a month in Mariners history. Junior with 15 in May of 94, and then Buhner with 14 and 95 in September, October. Little slow dribbler off of one hopper. Safe. Look at Julio and the speed, baby. I like it. And we know how hot this team is. Ketel Marte and Corbin Carroll are 2 of the top 10 hottest hitters in baseball within the last week or 2. So again, we have to make sure we slow them down. And again, we have to make sure that we also make great defensive plays. We got that with Cole Young, and we want to make sure we keep the bats hot. JP with a home run and Julio with an infield single that Marte couldn't get to first in time. Let's go. Next up in the 3-hole, first baseman, it's Nails, Josh Naylor. I mean, obviously, if we can get a 2-3-4-0 lead early, that's definitely going to set the tone, not only in game number 1 in this series with the City Connects on. You look good, you feel good, you play good. That's what Dion used to say. But again, not only for this particular game, but the series overall, setting the tone early, as well as the Mets after this. Throw back to first. Oh, my God. Julio got his fingers on first base just in time, was leaning a little bit too much to second base there, and very, very like a millisecond away from being called out at first. And that's the last thing that we need after JP with a solo dinger. We want to make sure if we get guys on base, we can't have guys falling asleep, or leaning one way a little bit too heavy to second. We want to make sure we can get those runners in scoring position. 1-0 pitch, takes a strike right down the middle. Four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour there by Zach Gallen. 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner at first, Julio Rodriguez, and no outs. 1-0 lead with a J.P. Crawford solo dinger moments ago on a 3-1 pitch, and we are hungry for more. 1-1 pitch, little slow dribbler up the middle, double play, throw to first, and got him. Unfortunate double play there for Josh Naylor. We got one with Cole Young, and the Diamondbacks said, hey, we're going to give you one right back. And that is 2 up and 2 down. A little bad luck for us there, but at least we got the home run by J.P. Crawford. Ice water in his veins. Yeah, his defense has been bad this year, but again, he will help us win games with RBIs and occasional home runs. Next up, cleanup hitter in the 4-hole, left fielder Randy Arozarena. First pitch from Gallen is high and away. Four-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour, 1-0 count. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. 1-0 pitch, popped up and out of play. And even though Pareda might be the weak link, we've actually gotten some good, production out of Ref Snyder, Garver, and Pareda lately. So again, if you can get, good production out of the lower end guys, it definitely will rub off on the quality top tier guys. There's no doubt about that. 1-1 pitch, big swing and a miss there by Randy. He was going for the moon. Four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour by Zach Gallen. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Randy Arozarena. 1-2 pitch, high and inside. Randy has to duck out of the way. Four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Randy Arozarena. And I love the City Connect blue batting helmet. It reminds me of the one I have in my bedroom with the yellow S, back when I was a little kid rooting for Griffey. Randy with a low, slow dribbler up the middle. Marte throw to first and tag on the stomach, and that is out number 3. And we know how good Corbin Carroll and Ketel Marte are on offense as well as defense. Tough break with the double play. But again, at least we got the solo dinger by JP. And getting off to an early lead is very critical, not only against the Diamondbacks, but also against the Mets in the next series. Great job. End of the first inning, 1-0 Mariners. And I was able to manufacture a few new images, with this Ketel Marte as well as Colt Emerson. So I'm definitely excited to debut these here tonight. Tough start for Perdomo, Corbin Carroll, and Ketel Marte. But again, we will see if the others in the lineup can get the job done. Leading off here in the top of the second inning in the 4-hole, catcher Gabriel Moreno. Batting second in the 5-hole, DHing is Adrian Del Castillo. And batting third in the 6-hole, center fielder Ryan Waldschmidt. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. 96 subs to go to 24,200. Let's see where we're at on the likes. How close we are to 100. We got 181 in the room here on a Friday night. All right, we got off to a good start. 45 likes. We're almost halfway. Let them know all day. You're doing a great job. And we are still looking for our first dono on our dono train. Shout out to Odin's son for breaking the single dono record of 1,500 a few days ago. And shout out to all our female viewers on the channel watching here tonight, as well as everyone watching in the United States, Canada, Mexico, South America, Asia, and beyond. I appreciate you very, very much. I get all the metrics and all the analytics, and I'm always seeing, how people are watching. Are they watching on a TV or a cell phone or a computer or a tablet? It gives me the male-female breakdown as well as all of the countries that are watching all over the world. It's definitely a pleasure and an honor to represent the Seattle Mariners and the MLB community, and I'll definitely be here for a very, very long time. First pitch from Kirby to Moreno, takes a strike looking low and at the knees. Sinker 96 miles an hour, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch popped up into deep right field. Luke Raley is there, and that is 1 up and 1 down. Good defense there by our guy, Luke Raley. Moreno flies out to right. 1 up and 1 down. Next up in the 5-hole, DHing Adrian Del Castillo. On deck is Ryan Waldschmidt. First pitch to Del Castillo, four-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour, right down the middle, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss right down the middle, four-seam fastball, 97 miles an hour by George Kirby. Looking good here early. No balls and 2 strikes from Kirby to Del Castillo. 0-2 pitch, big swing and a miss, and a punch out there for George Kirby, and we love that. Way to bring the electricity early, furious George. 2 up and 2 down. Next up in the 6th hole for George Kirby, center fielder Ryan Waldschmidt. Kind of interesting, after having a Goldschmidt on the team for so many years, they got a Waldschmidt now. And if you end up not recognizing a lot of these names in the starting lineup, besides maybe the first 4 guys, you're not the only one. They definitely revamped their lineup, and a lot of these names are a little bit newer, and you may not be familiar with hitters 5 through 9, but I'll get you well acclaimed and up to speed and up to date. First pitch is high and away. Sinker, 97 miles an hour, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, big swing and a miss there by Waldschmidt. 1 ball and 1 strike from Kirby to Waldschmidt. Top of the 2nd inning, 1-0 Seattle. Top of the 2nd inning, 1-0 Mariners. 1-1 pitch, takes a strike looking low and away. Sinker, 97 miles an hour by Kirby. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Kirby to Waldschmidt. 1-2 pitch, popped up into right field, fading foul. Sweeper, 88 miles an hour there by Kirby. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. Top of the 2nd inning, 1-0 Seattle with a solo jack by J.P. Crawford. Leadoff hitter today on a 3-1 count. 379 feet to right. 1-0 Mariners. 1-2 pitch, popped up and out of play. Four-seam fastball there by George Kirby. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. 1-0 Mariners. One-two pitch, low and away. Sweeper missing there by Kirby. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Kirby to Waldschmidt. Two-two pitch. A hard hit ball in the right field. Line drive to Raley and caught. Here we go. 3 up and 3 down. Luke Raley staying busy on defense. And again, great job there by the Seattle Mariners with the D, as well as George Kirby, showing that he is on point, at least here early on. Now let's go to the bottom of the 2nd inning and let's see if we can add on another run or 2 here early on this very talented Diamondback team. Next up for the Mariners in the 5-hole, right fielder, Luke Raley. Let's see if we get a nuke out of Luke. Batting second in the 6th hole, second baseman Cole Clutch Young. We know he can do it offensively, and he's already proven that he can do it defensively with an amazing double play in the 1st inning. Let's go, Cole. And batting third in the 7th hole, DHing for Seattle, the Italian stallion, Dominic Canzone. Trident's up. Let's go, Ems. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. All right, looks like we're at 60 likes. We're gaining some good ground. 40 to 100. Let's go to the bottom of the 2nd inning, 1-0 Mariners with a solo dinger by J.P. Crawford on a 3-1 count to start off the Mariners run. We ended up getting the sweep on the Athletics, and we're definitely hungry for more. We ended up getting into 1st place on that last win, and hopefully with a few more, we'll be able to be above 500, and everything in the universe will be right. once again. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. And it's a 90s theme there at T-Mobile where they're going to be giving away a Griffey pin. And then they're also giving off a cutoff jersey special of Julio Rodriguez, kind of mimicking the old 95 to 97 vested jerseys that they had with Russell Athletic back in the day. I don't know if they're going to be wearing the turtleneck to match if they ever end up going with that for the players, but the giveaway pretty cool. 1-0 pitch, takes a strike looking low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Luke Raley. 1-1 pitch, little dribbler towards first base and foul. Change up 86 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Gallen to Raley. 4-seam fastball on the first 2 pitches, and then a change up on pitch number 3. One-two pitch. Good eye there by Luke Raley, low and at the knees with the knuckle curve missing, 81 miles an hour, bouncing into the dirt there from Zach Gallen. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Luke Raley. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. 2-2 pitch. And Raley pops it up, and hopefully that'll go out of play behind the plate. And it does. 4-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour there by Zach Gallen. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Bottom of the second inning, 1-0 Mariners. Number 1 in home runs, number 1 in RBIs, and he's only a part-time player. Imagine if he played every day. 5 doubles, 1 triple, and 11 homers. 2-2 pitch, and Raley pops it up to shallow left field. You got 3 Diamondbacks converging. But Ketel Marte's like, hey, I got it. Get out of my way. Troy says, okay, I will. And that is 1 up and 1 down. Perdomo there as well. Nice catch there by Geraldo Perdomo. Next up for the Mariners, Cole Clutch Young. First pitch to Young, little dribbler to third, throw to first. And that is 2 up and 2 down. Work the count a little bit, Cole. Next up in the 7-hole, DHing the Italian stallion, Dominic Canzone. Let's go, Dom. First pitch to Canzone, high and away. Good eye there by Dom, 1-0 count. 237 average, 5 home runs, 21 ribbies there for Dom. Definitely is due for another home run. 1-0 pitch. Low away. Change up. Hitting just the corner, it looks like. 1 ball and 1 strike to Dominic Canzone. 1-1 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 1 strike with nobody on and 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning, 1-0 Mariners. Odin in the building. What's good? Yeah, I actually was scrolling through Facebook right before I went on, and I saw that you got it. Awesome, man. It looks like it turned out amazing, just like everything else that particular seller ends up having available. I'm really happy for you. And again, I appreciate all the love and support. Breaking our Dono record as well. 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss on a nasty changeup by Gallen. Down goes Canzone. And that is the end of the second inning. Yekno with a 20. Let's go. Let's go, Mariners. Happy Friday. Yekno, appreciate you very, very much. $20 holla, 80 to go on our Dono goal. It's awesome, man. Appreciate you. You know, Odin is one of those original OGs, first person to donate to the channel years and years and years ago. And we got a lot of things in common with football and wrestling. And, you know, even though he may not be the biggest, you know, baseball fan or fan of other things that we may end up doing on the stream from time to time, but never switched up, always supported. We got, you know, not only a great bond, you know, but we have a good friendship as well. And I appreciate you very, very much. Shout out to Odin and shout out to Yekno. Now let's go to the top of the third inning and see who's up next here for the Arizona Diamondbacks. Next up for the Diamondbacks in the 7-hole, first baseman Ildemaro Vargas. Batting second in the 8-hole, third baseman Jose Fernandez. And batting third in the 9-hole, left fielder Tommy Troy. Trident's up. Let's go M's. 96 subs to go to 24,200. Gained a sub since the last commercial break. Thank you so much. 95 subs to go to 24,200. We're at 20 on the Dono train. 80 to go. And with almost 200 people in the room, we're almost there on the likes as well. We're at 73. 27 to go. Trident's up. Let's go M's. First pitch from Kirby to Vargas. Low and at the knees and just gets the corner. Four-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Yeah, I think most baseball fans would agree with that too, Jerry. You know, basketball really hasn't been the same, you know, since the 80s and the 90s, if you're old enough to have experienced, you know, the two best eras, you know, within the last 30, 40 years in the NBA. But Spurs Thunder Game 7 should be interesting. And again, I don't know if the Knicks have really any chance against either team. You know, maybe it'll be Thunder in 5 or 6. Same thing, Spurs in 5 or 6. I just don't really see the Knicks winning, you know, that many games. Maybe 1 or 2 at the most. No disrespect to Brunson and the rest of the squad that made the finals for the first time since '99, but they're just not on the same level as the Spurs and the Thunder. Slow dribbler up the middle, Young, throw to Josh Naylor, and down goes Vargas. Great defense again from our guy, Cole Young, 1 up and 1 down. Great job there by Cole Young, already making a couple big plays on defense already. Next up in the 8-hole, third baseman Jose Fernandez. Keep it up, George. First pitch from Kirby to Hernandez, gets the corner low and away with a sweeper, 0-1 count. I see that. Thank you so much. Velasco with a tenner. Shout out to Velasco. And Fernandez there, as I'm typing in the Dono information, hits a sweeper, pulls through, and it gets all the way there to deep left field. And we know when ground balls go to Randy, usually singles turn into doubles. But shout out to Velasco with a tenner. Now we're at 30 on that Dono train. 70 to go. Appreciate you. Next up is Tommy Troy. First pitch from Kirby to Troy, takes a strike looking right down the middle with a sinker, 97 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Especially when you get a chance to, you know, watch Magic and Bird and Jordan, or even the next era, you know, with like Iverson and Kobe and Shaq. You know, just the game is nowhere near what it was even, you know, 15, 20 years ago. You know, but there's still, you know, a few, you know, games that would be worth like tuning into. Like Game 7, obviously Spurs Thunder will be probably one of the best games of the year. But overall, as a product, I think baseball has surpassed the NBA. Hell, I think the NHL has surpassed the NBA. 1-1 pitch, and a little dribbler towards third base and foul. One ball and 2 strikes with a runner at second and 1 out. Top of the third inning, 1-0 Seattle. All good, David. Shout out to our female viewership, as well as all the new subs and all the OGs that have been watching either recently or for many, many years. Everyone watching in the United States, Canada, Mexico, South America, Asia, and beyond. Appreciate you. 1-2 pitch, high and away from Kirby to Troy. Four-seam fastball, just not hitting the mark. 2 balls and 2 strikes from George Kirby to Tommy Troy. 2-2 pitch from Kirby. Hard hit ball into right field. Laser fading foul. Top of the third inning, 1-0 Seattle. Runner at second with 1 out. Kirby on the mound. Troy in the box. 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Nasty sweeper there by George Kirby, fooling Troy out of his cleats. And that is 2 up and 2 down. Great job there by George Kirby. 2.2 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned runs, no walks, 2 Ks so far, 31 pitches, 25 strikes, 3.41 ERA. Keep it up, George. Next up is Ketel Marte. First pitch, sweeper, low and away, 1-0 count. 275 average, 9 homers, 32 ribbies. Marte and Corbin Carroll are 2 of the top 10 hottest hitters within the last week or two, so we got to be able to try and slow them down as much as we can. 1-0 pitch, low and into the dirt. Good save there by Johnny Pareda. 2 balls and no strikes from Kirby to Ketel Marte. And we're still looking around the same window for Brandon Donovan, Cal Raleigh, Miles Mastrobuoni, as well as Carlos Vargas. It's all starting to point towards June 4th, June 5th, unless any of those guys have a setback. 2-0 pitch, sweeper in there for a strike right down the middle. 2 balls and 1 strike with a runner at second and 2 outs. Top of the third inning, 1-0 Seattle with a solo dinger by J.P. Crawford in the bottom of the first inning on a 3-1 count. 379 feet into right field, giving us the 1-0 lead. 2-1 pitch, high and inside. Good patience there by Marte. Count now is 3 balls and 1 strike from Kirby to Ketel Marte. Kirby on the mound. Marte in the box. 3-1 pitch. Got him with a little check swing there. Didn't fully commit, and Kirby made him bite. Great pitch. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ketel Marte. And again, the sweeper will definitely get you off guard. Come on, George. 3-2 pitch. Low and at the knees. Marte doesn't bite on back-to-back sweepers. And that is going to be a walk for Marte. Runners at first and second now with 2 outs. Got to be careful here. Another dangerous hitter. Right fielder in the 2-hole, Corbin Carroll. Shout out to Yekno and Velasco so far, holding it down on the Dono train. First pitch with a 4-seam fastball, high and away to Corbin Carroll, 1-0 count. Runners in scoring position, Carroll is hitting an astounding .375. With runners with scoring position in 2 outs, he's batting .300. So we definitely have to be careful on where you pitch to Corbin Carroll tonight. 1-0 pitch, hits the corner, low and at the knees. Cutter just on the corner. Beautiful pitch there by Kirby. 1 ball and 1 strike to Corbin Carroll. And if we're being honest, we really shouldn't be pitching down the middle at all to Marte or Carroll, because that's how they've been able to take advantage and become top 10 hitters within the last week and a half or so. 1-1 pitch, popped up. Shallow center field, should stay in play, and it will. Julio is there, and that is 3 up and 3 down. Runners are stranded at first and second, and a great job by Julio in the no-fly zone. We know we can trust him out there on any given day. Great job, J-Rod. Great job, Kirby. And now let's go to the bottom of the third inning and see if we can add on a run or 2. Let's see who's up next here for the Mariners as we go to the bottom of the third. Next up in the bottom of the third inning, in the 8-hole, catcher Johnny Pareda. Batting second in the 9-hole, third baseman Colt Emerson. And batting third, 1-for-1 with a run and an RBI, has a solo dinger in the first. Let's see if he can do it again. Shortstop J.P. Crawford. Trident's up. Let's go M's. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. 95 subs to go to 24,200. We're at 30 on the Dono train, 70 to go. And let's see how close we are to 100 likes here in the bottom of the third inning. 219 in the room. Where are we at? We're at 84. We're almost there. We're at 84 likes, 16 to 100. If we can get 16 people out of the 217 in the room, we'll be on our way. And if you're just tuning into the broadcast, J.P. Crawford, ice water in his veins on a 3-1 count, ends up hitting a blast to right field, 379 feet, 1-0 Mariners. Let's take a look at the pitching stats here just early on. Kirby, 3 innings pitched, 2 hits, no earned run, 1 walk, 2 Ks, 40 pitches, 29 strikes, 3.39 ERA. And on the flip side was Zach Gallen, 2 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 1 K, 32 pitches, 20 strikes with a 4.79 ERA. Gallen on the mound, Pareda in the box. First pitch to Pareda, 4-seam fastball, low and away, 1-0 count. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. 1-0 pitch, line drive, right to Perdomo, and that is 1 away, 1 up and 1 down. Defense has been very sharp here early by both teams. Down goes Pareda on a 1-0 pitch. Line drive there to Perdomo. Next up is Colt Emerson. Youngest hit for the cycle in the career, A-Rod, Ken Griffey Jr., Colt Emerson, and Julio Rodriguez. It's a great list to be on, especially when you're 20 years old. First pitch is high and inside, 4-seam fastball, 92 miles an hour, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch from Gallen, low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes to Colt Emerson. Let's go Colt. Knuckle curve missing on that second pitch. 2-0 pitch from Gallen. And Emerson pops it up into shallow left field. Should be a routine play there, and it is. And that is 2 up and 2 down. Nice catch out there by Tommy Troy. 2 up and 2 down. Next up for the Mariners, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Let's go, JP. Solo home run in the first. First pitch is high and inside, 4-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour, 1-0 count. One-0 pitch, takes a strike looking high and inside, 4-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour by Zach Gallen. 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody on and 2 outs. Bottom of the third inning, 1-0 Seattle. 1-1 pitch, low and away. Change up, hitting the corner but not getting the call. 87 miles an hour there by Gallen. 2 balls and 1 strike to J.P. Crawford. Let's go, J.P. 2-1 pitch, low and away. Change up missing there by Gallen. Another 3-1 count, and this is the exact same count where JP ended up hitting the home run. Let's see if Gallen is smart enough to avoid the middle of the plate. 3-1 pitch. Goes down, right down the middle of the plate again, but JP doesn't get a hold of that all the way. Slow dribbler towards first and foul on that knuckle curve. Different pitch as well. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count now is full with 2 outs and nobody on. Love in the building. What's good, brother? Double A in the building. What's good? 3-2 pitch. And JP, hard hit ball, deep right field, but fading foul. And that would have been incredible if he was able to get 2 jacks in the same game. And again, he has been our biggest weakness on defense this year. Julio was a little bit of a liability in the first 10, 15 games, but has cleaned up his act. JP's still struggling a little bit on defense, but at least the bat can come alive once in a while. 3-2 pitch, fouls that one off himself. Hopefully he's okay. Change up there by Gallen. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Gallen to Crawford. And even with all of JP's, up and down woes, he's still in the top 3 in home runs on the team. We know obviously Luke Raley is number 1, and obviously Julio and JP are right there at number 2. 3-2 pitch. And look at that beautiful patience in the box. And that's one thing I can praise JP. His defense might be a little suspect, but if you've noticed, he has avoided doing the sidearm throw to first. And I think that was part of the errors. If he just does a traditional over-the-shoulder throw, it usually gets the nailer a little bit better. Sean with a 20. Appreciate you. Trident's up. Let's go, M. Sean, you are a real one. First pitch to Julio Rodriguez, fouls that one off. 4-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour, right down the middle. 0-1 count. Really like the City Connect uniforms. The batting helmet reminds me of the late 80s, early 90s, except instead of the M with the trident, it was the yellow S. I love the color combo with the City Connect blue with the yellow. It really pops. And I know originally when they first debuted, we were a little suspect on those pants with the black pants and then the yellow, down the leg. But I really love it. It definitely gives me Seattle vibes. And again, we've got some pretty cool jerseys. We obviously had to step back from the cream and the grays, but I do like the steelhead uniforms, and I really like these City Connects. 1-1 pitch. Julio, hard hit ball, deep left field, and gone! Julio Rodriguez breaks his own record. Most home runs in a single month. 9. He does it. He's going to be an all-star again, and the first time in 5 years where we might actually get a complete Julio Rodriguez from start of the season to the end of the season. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. 2-run blast. Julio Rodriguez, 3-0 Seattle. Let's go, baby. I'm telling you, this team is special. We started off slow, with injuries, poor play, and poor managing, but that's not going to hold us down forever. Yeah, the Yankees and the Guardians and the Rays are good, but we're not afraid of them. We know that once we get going, again, it's going to be anybody's race at that point. 1-0 pitch. Naylor pops it up. Should be a routine play here for out number 3 by Perdomo, and it is. But not after Julio Rodriguez gets us a 2-run jack. And like I mentioned, when we homer within the first couple innings, it usually leads to another homer and then sometimes another and another. And remember, a couple games ago, we had 4 against the Athletics, and then the next game we had none. But so far, so good. Julio Rodriguez with a 2-run jack. And again, JP Crawford, he may not be the best hitter, and he might be a liability on defense, even though that normally, is his strong suit. But one thing that you can't complain about JP, he's one of the more patient hitters. So he knows when to be able to take a ball, and be able to get that walk. And just him having that patience turned this game into 3-0 instead of 2-0 by taking that walk. And then Julio Rodriguez getting the job done. Had a feeling, I had the photo with the trident today, that Julio could homer, and there it is. 3-0 Seattle. Soto Mojo, turn it all the way up to volume 11, baby. Let's go. End of the 3rd inning, 3-0 Seattle. Love it, baby. Let's go to the top of the 4th inning and see who's up next here for the Diamondbacks. Next up for the Diamondbacks in the top of the 4th inning, in the 3-hole shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Batting second in the 4-hole, 0-for-1, catcher Gabriel Moreno. And batting third in the 5-hole, 0-for-1 with a K, DHing Adrian Del Castillo. Trident's up. Let's go, M's, baby. And this is the type of baseball that we've been waiting for, right? What happened in that A series, what's happening right now. It's been a very up and down, season, and a lot more downs than ups. But again, we're definitely trending in the right direction. And again, this team is one of the best in the National League. They're 10-1 in the last 11 games. Ketel Marte is on an 11-game hit streak. We ended up Nick Kurtz. We ended up ending his streak. But the team is 31-24. But like I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, there's a little wiggle room because they're only 13-14 on the road, and we're definitely exposing that here tonight. Riz fucking loves it. The legend, the icon, every single stream this year will be dedicated to him. We love you, Rick Riz. Let's go. First pitch into Perdomo is a ball. 1-0 count. Four-seam fastball high and away. 1-0 pitch, high and away, hitting that strike zone. 1 ball and 1 strike from Kirby to Perdomo. Let's go. And I know the Yankees and the Rays and the Guardians are good. And they typically are. Maybe not the Rays every year, but, it's one of those things where, just a matter of time, before we end up making our mark. 1-1 pitch. Low and at the knees with the sweeper. 2 balls and 1 strike to Geraldo Perdomo. 2-1 pitch. Sweeper hitting the corner for a strike. Nice job there by Kirby. 88 miles an hour with that sweeper. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Kirby to Perdomo. Remember, Kirby didn't really have a very good start on his last start. Neither did Wu. So it definitely is time for a little bit of redemption here tonight. 2-2 pitch. Low and at the knees. Sweeper missing there by Kirby. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Top of the 4th inning, 3-0 Seattle. 3-2 pitch. And a hard hit ball, deep right field, back, and gone! And Geraldo Perdomo with a solo dinger, and that's not ideal. But again, you had to have assumed at some point or another that they were going to end up getting at least, a run or 2 on us. And there is another home run. It's very home run heavy here today, and making a few plays on defense. Perdomo, he wasn't satisfied. He says, I got to go 353 feet to right, and he does. 3-1 Seattle. Nice homer there by Perdomo, but that's hopefully the only one Kirby gives up. We want Kirby to give up 1 or 2 if he can't end up having the shutout. Next up in the 4-hole, Gabriel Moreno. First pitch right down the middle for a strike looking to Moreno. 0-1 count. I was hoping that the home run wouldn't happen until a little bit later in the game, but, it happens. But again, this is a really good team. So again, the bats are going to come alive regardless if it's Kirby, Wu, Miller, Castillo, Gilbert, no matter how good they're doing. When you go against a good team, eventually, all it takes is 1 pitch hanging, down the middle, and they get a hold of it, and then they end up going yard. But at least it was only a solo dinger. You got to look at it from that perspective. At least it wasn't a 2-run jack, 3-run bomb, or a grand salami. Got to keep it in perspective. 0-2 pitch to Moreno, low and away. Nice job there by Pareda, jumping and getting that ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Kirby to Moreno. 1-2 pitch, line drive, right to J.P. Crawford. Good defense there by J.P. 2 up and 2 down. And we had some amazing defensive plays on both teams so far, and we got 3 home runs. So definitely an entertaining game here so far, about halfway through in the top of the 4th inning. Nice job there by J.P. We haven't been able to say that too often, on the defensive side at least, but great play there by J.P. Next up is Adrian Del Castillo. First pitch takes a strike, looking low and away with a knuckle curve. 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss. Beautiful sinker there by Kirby. No balls and 2 strikes to Adrian Del Castillo. And that last sinker was 95 miles an hour, high and away on the corner. Painted it beautifully. 0-2 pitch from Kirby. Low and into the dirt with the sweeper, but Castillo does not bite. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Top of the 4th inning, 3-1 Seattle. Kirby on the mound. Adrian Del Castillo in the box. 1-2 pitch. Into the dirt again with the sweeper. And again, Del Castillo not biting. 87 miles an hour on back-to-back pitches in almost the same location. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Top of the 4th, 3-1 Mariners with 3 home runs so far. 1 by JP, 1 by Julio, and 1 by Perdomo. Line drive to Julio, and that is 2 up and 2 down. Nice job there by Julio Rodriguez in the no-fly zone. Nice job, J-Rod. It's always great when you can have somebody out there in the outfield that you can trust, or if you got multiple guys you can trust. Next up in the 6th hole, center fielder Ryan Waldschmidt. First pitch to Waldschmidt, big swing and a miss on that sweeper right down the middle, 0-1 count. This is going to be a fun series, and again, I'm really looking forward to the Mets after this as well. All Day says we're at 104. 96 more to get to 200. You're doing a great job. 0-1 pitch. Low and away with a sweeper, missing. 1 ball and 1 strike from Kirby to Waldschmidt. And again, you have to remember, no Miles Mastroboni, no Carlos Vargas, even though we haven't really talked about those guys that much this year. But again, when you have no Cal Raleigh and no Brendan Donovan, 2 of your top 5 or 6 guys normally in the lineup not available, there's a reason why that, we've had to tread water, so to speak, while they've been out. But we're starting to really gain some momentum, and I can't wait for those guys to come back, as well as Mastroboni to give us a little bit more depth, as a rotational player, as well as Carlos Vargas. Even though he did blow a lot of games, last year, we could always use a little bit of bullpen help. Obviously calling Cade Anderson up would be great, but they're not going to do that until later this year, if not next year. But I would hope it would be at least in summer at some point. We could really use him in the pen. And then if there's injuries, who knows? He might even get a chance to start. 1-1 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 1 strike from Kirby to Waldschmidt. 2-1 pitch, takes a strike looking low and away. 4-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour by Kirby. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ryan Waldschmidt. 2-2 pitch, sweeper, low and at the knees. Waldschmidt does not bite. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Kirby to Waldschmidt. 3-2 pitch. Strike 3 looking. See you later. Awesome job there by George Kirby. And he's wheeling and dealing. Yeah, he gave up the home run, but again, they've given up 2. So, it is what it is. Overall, great job there by George. 4 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 3 Ks, 61 pitches, 41 strikes with a 3.47 ERA. And for Gallen, 3 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 K, 50 pitches, 29 strikes with a 5.02 ERA. So we got his ERA from the high 4s up to 5. And let's see if we can get a few more runs in this particular inning. You never know. Maybe another home run, maybe an RBI sequence. Let's see what we can do here. Trident's up. Let's go M's. Next up for the Mariners in the 4-hole, left fielder 0 for 1, Randy Arozarena. Batting second, 0 for 1 in the 5-hole, right fielder Luke Raley. Number 1 in home runs and number 1 in RBIs, but Julio and JP are creeping on up. And batting third, 0 for 1 in the 6-hole, second baseman Cole Clutch Young. Trident's up. Let's go M's. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. 95 subs to go to 24,200. Looks like we gained 2 subs since the last commercial break. Thank you so much. 93 subs to go to 24,200. And shout out to Yekno, shout out to Sean, and shout out to Velasco. We're at 50 on the Dono train, 50 to go. All right, we're at 107 likes, 93 to 200. Callie in the building, what's good? And again, shout out to all our new subs and all of the OGs. Our female audience has been growing through the roof. And shout out to everyone watching in the United States, Canada, South America, Mexico, Asia, and beyond, as well as people watching in Australia and New Zealand. I can't forget about you. Appreciate you. 1-0 pitch. And that one gets fouled back towards the T-Mobile bricks there by Randy Arozarena. Back-to-back fastballs, four seams there by Zach Gallen. 1 ball and 1 strike to Randy Arozarena. Gallen on the mound. Arozarena in the box. 1-1 pitch, low and at the knees. Four-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour by Gallen missing. 2 balls and 1 strike to Randy Arozarena. 2-1 pitch. A little bit of a lazy swing there by Randy, getting fooled on the knuckle curve. Didn't really fully commit there. 82 mile an hour knuckle curve there by Gallen. Beautiful pitch. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Randy Arozarena. 2-2 pitch. Little dribbler towards third base and foul. Count still remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to Randy Arozarena. J.P. Crawford with a solo dinger in the first, 379 feet on a 3-1 count. Julio with a 2-run jack after JP walked in his second at-bat, making it 3-0. And we just saw Perdomo for the Diamondbacks get a solo dinger moments ago to get them off the schneid and off the donut. And now we have a 3-1 score. Pitch fouled off behind the plate there by Randy. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Gallen to Arozarena. 2-2 pitch to Arozarena, and a hard hit ball in the left field, and it drops. Here we go. Great job there by Randy Arozarena, and he's really been able to have some quality at-bats, lately in that athletic series, and now here where he can get to pitch 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and finally kind of find that perfect pitch to be able to try to get a single, double, or a home run on. Nice job there by Randy. He's been the most consistent hitter for us, and he's our hit leader with 62, Julio at 61, Naylor with 54. Nice job, Randy. Next up in the 5-hole, Luke Raley. First pitch ends up going to first base to Vargas, trying to end up catching Randy asleep, which we have seen in the past, but he is safe. See if we can get a nuke out of Luke. First pitch with the changeup right down the middle, 0-1 count. Bottom of the 4th inning, 3-1 Mariners. Home runs by JP, Julio, and Perdomo. And we've had some, web gems defensively by both teams already, especially by Cole Young for the Mariners. And another throw to first. Randy ends up getting back to first just in time. He is safe. And we know when Randy's kind of bouncing around and, kind of hopping around at first, it's almost inevitable. He's going to run, but again, you have to be able to wait for that perfect pitch to get a good jump. Otherwise, you're going to get caught in between the base paths, or you're going to get caught at first. 0-1 pitch, and Randy goes right on cue and safe. Definitely the most aggressive base runner that we have, and sometimes it works out, like right there, and sometimes it doesn't. But thankfully, Randy ended up getting a good jump there as he has a word there with Perdomo at second. And again, great jump there by Randy. Good throw, a little wide left, but a lot of the throws by the Mariner catchers are wide right. And then you have no chance. But again, nice job there by Randy. Stolen bag. Now we have him at second with a runner in scoring position with Luke with a 1-1 count. 1-1 pitch from Gallen. And Raley with a hit right up the middle. Randy has to stay put at second. And safe. There we go. Let's go. And I imagine this will be challenged, but that's why it's so important that you hustle the first base, and again, a guy that always hustles no matter what, even if he feels he's 99.999% out, he still runs hard as if he can actually get on, first base safe. And look at the hustle. And he made it by quite a bit, by like maybe a step and a half. Very impressive. Great job there by Luke Raley. And again, no way you're going to win a challenge on that. Raley reached on an infield single to the shortstop. And again, if that's, any of the other guys that are kind of, half-assing it, there's no way that they make it. But Luke finding a way. Great job. Runners at first and second with no outs for Cole Clutch Young. Now, if we could just get Randy and the rest to hustle like Luke at every at-bat, we'd really, be in the right place at the right time. First pitch is high and away. Changeup, 87 miles an hour, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss there by Cole Clutch Young. 288 average with runners on scoring position. So he's been good, especially late in the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. But let's see here in the bottom of the 4th if we can get a little bit of that Mariner magic. Soto mojo, as they say. 1-1 pitch, and Young pops it up. Shallow center field, and it is caught. And Randy ends up making it to third. And now we got runners at first and third with 1 out. Nice job there by Cole Young. Next up, in the 7-hole, DHing, it's the Italian stallion, Dominic Canzone. Let's go, Dom. Bottom of the 4th inning, runners on the corners at first and third with 1 out. First pitch to Dom, line drive right up the middle. Double play, throw to first. And Canzone not really running hard there. And obviously he felt that he was out. But again, run hard. You never know. I mean, you just saw Luke Raley run hard and he made it out. Dom kind of gave up right there, which is, something I don't like seeing. Regardless if you think you're going to be out, and you're going to be hitting into a double play, you just never know. And again, you just saw Luke Raley, the previous batter, run it out. And I wish Dom would have been able to pick that up. Even if he would have been out, I like seeing effort from our guys. Unfortunate double play. And again, we've hit into a couple of those, and we got one, from Cole Young in the first. But again, another opportunity, I don't want to say wasted, but again, an opportunity that maybe could have went a little bit better. But again, we still got a 3-1 lead, so we can't complain. All right, let's go to the top of the 5th inning and see who's up next here for the Diamondbacks. And remember, they're 10-1 in the last 11 games, so this is not going to be an easy series whatsoever. Next up, for the Diamondbacks in the 7-hole, first baseman Ildemaro Vargas. Batting second, 1-for-1. In the 8-hole, third baseman Jose Fernandez. And batting third, 0-for-1 with a K in the 9-hole, left fielder Tommy Troy. Trident's up. Let's go M's. End of the 4th inning, 3-1 Mariners. 93 subs to go to 24,200. We're at 50 on the Dono train, 50 to go. And let's see where we're at on the likes with 252 in the room. All right, we're at 116. $84 to $200. '50th anniversary for the Seattle Mariners, 40-plus years on the radio. Rick Riz is retiring after the season with 40-plus years under his belt. The icon, the legend. We will obviously commemorate and honor Rick Riz on every single stream for the whole season. We love you. The icon, the legend, Rick Riz. And just as we do that, boom, they put him on the broadcast. ESP on point. First pitch from Kirby to Vargas, knuckle curve, low and away. 83 miles an hour, 1-0 count. 1-0 pitch, little blooper. Randy gets there in time on that 4-seam fastball, blooper to left field, 1 up and 1 down. Down goes Vargas, and that is 1 away. Next up in the 8-hole, third baseman Jose Fernandez. On deck, left fielder Tommy Troy. First pitch with the sinker, low and away from George Kirby to Jose Fernandez, 1-0 count. Top of the 5th inning, 3-1 Seattle. Home runs by J.P. Crawford, Julio Rodriguez by the Mariners, and Geraldo Perdomo for the Diamondbacks. 1-0 pitch, fouled off, out of play. 4-seam fastball, 95 miles an hour, right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike from Kirby to Fernandez. 1-1 pitch, high and away, sinker missing, 2 balls, 1 strike to Jose Fernandez. Try dance up. Let's go, M's. 2-1 pitch from Kirby. Fouls it off Pareda and the ump. Out of play. Sinker 95 miles an hour. Two balls and 2 strikes from Kirby to Fernandez. Try dance up. Let's go, M's. 2-2 pitch. Popped up into right field and ends up going behind the plate and foul. Count still remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jose Fernandez. Percentage of runs via home run in the month of May, we're number 1, 59.4%. So we are the most home run dependent team in the league. 2-2 pitch popped up into shallow right field. Luke Raley is there, and that is 2 up and 2 down. Next up in the 9-hole, left fielder Tommy Troy. First pitch from Kirby to Troy. Big swing and a miss on a 4-seam fastball. 0-1 count. Top of the 5th inning, 3-1 Seattle. 0-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. 4-seam fastball. Didn't really fully commit on that swing, and Kirby made him pay. No balls and 2 strikes from Kirby to Troy. And I'm really proud of this team, you know, the way that we have been able to turn it around with no Cal and no Donnie, you know, 2 real instrumental pieces on offense and defense. And we've been treading water, you know, so to speak, but we've definitely been able to find our groove, especially in that last series against the Athletics. Probably the best series we've had all year. 0-2 pitch, fouled off, high and away. That one goes out of play. 4-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour by Kirby. 0-2 pitch. Sweeper low and at the knees, trying to get Troy to bite. He does not. 1 ball and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. Top of the 5th inning, 3-1 Seattle. Try dance up. Let's go, M's. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. 1-2 pitch from Kirby. Gets the corner, and that is strike 3 looking. Let's go. I like it. And we're definitely feeding off that momentum after the sweep against the Athletics. Great job there by George Kirby. Let's get a little update. 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 earned run, the home run by Perdomo. You know, he's human, right? Only 1 walk, 4 Ks, 74 pitches, 50 strikes, 3.42 ERA. Way to be electric, George Kirby. And I'm glad the bats have come alive as well. And then let's go on the flip side with Zach Gallen, since we're doing pitchers. 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 1 K, 64 pitches, 39 strikes with a 4.94 ERA. And he came into the game with a 3-4 record, 4.80 ERA. And then George Kirby came into the game with a 5-4 record, ERA of 3.54. Probably should have a little bit better of a win-loss record, but obviously lost his last start, and we're trying to get back on track. Next up for the Mariners, as we go to the bottom of the 5th, 0 for 1 in the 8-hole, Johnny Pareda. Batting second in the 9-hole, 0 for 1, baseman Colt Emerson. Let's go, Colt. And batting third, 1 for 1 with 2 runs, an RBI, and a walk. The man that got the party started, shortstop J.P. Crawford. We know you've been struggling on defense lately, but you've been doing a good job so far today, and the bat has come alive. Great job. $93 subs to go to 24,200. We're at 50 on the dono train, 50 to go. And we're at 122. $78 to 200. First pitch from Gallen to Pareda. Fouls that one off. Four-seam fastball, 92 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Bottom of the fifth inning. Nobody on with no outs with a 3-1 lead. Try to ends up. Let's go, M's. Pareda calls time. Let's go, Johnny. I mean, you don't expect a whole lot out of Pareda, you know. Maybe one hit and maybe get on with a walk or getting hit by a pitch, you know. But again, you don't really expect him to get 2 hits or more. But if he can get 1 and then get on with a walk, that's a pretty successful day for a guy like Johnny Pareda. 0-2 pitch. Fouls that one behind the plate. Four-seam fastball, 93 miles an hour there by Zach Gallen. No balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Bottom of the fifth. 3-1 Mariners. Goldie, Healy, and Mentink. Obviously there at T-Mobile. And a little dribbler up the middle. Here we go. My boy, Johnny Pareda, you know, and again, it's like, you know, when you got your lower end guys, you know, with Garver and Pareda, as well as Rob Refsnyder, you don't really expect anything. And so if you do get something, it's a big thing. It's a big day. Nice job there by Johnny. Now let's see if we can keep the rally going here with no outs. Third baseman, Colt Emerson. Let's go, Colt. First pitch right down the middle for a strike. 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Gallen to Emerson. One pitch, fouled back behind the plate. Four-seam fastball, 91 miles an hour there by Zach Gallen. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first and no outs. Bottom of the fifth inning, 3-1 Seattle. Johnny Pareda at first. Let's see if we can get him to second. 1-2 pitch, a little dribbler towards first base and foul. Knuckle curve, 81 miles an hour there by Zach Gallen. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first, Johnny Pareda, and no outs. Throw to first, and Pareda is safe. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. One-two pitch from Gallen, low and inside at the knees. Change-up missing. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Colt Emerson. Work the count, Colt, and hopefully we'll get one that'll be hittable here in a moment or two. Two-two pitch, big swing and a miss. Nice punch out there by Gallen, and that is 1 away. Next time, Colt. Next up, with a home run and a walk, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Let's go, J.P. First pitch to J.P., high and inside with a four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour, 1-0 count. Solo home run with a walk, and he's accounted for 2 runs out of our 3 total. 216 average, but he does have 8 home runs and 20 ribbies, so we'll take that. 1-0 pitch, low and at the knees, but in the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike to J.P. Crawford. Very patient hitter, J.P. Crawford, as you can see the stat there on the screen. 1-1 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 1 strike to J.P. Crawford. Swing rate 18.6 out of the zone. The MLB average is 30. So, you know, he definitely can get on with walks, and I like that type of patient hitter in our lineup. 2-1 pitch. And a little dribbler there by JP towards first and foul. Change up 87 miles an hour there by Zach Gallen. 2 balls and 2 strikes to JP Crawford. Trident's up. Let's go M's. Two pitch. And a hard hit ball to center field. Back. Gone! Unbelievable. JP Crawford does it again. This time, a 2-run jack with Pareda on board. 5-1 Seattle. Fucking A. Let's go. Unreal. JP Crawford with ice water in his veins. Second home run of the day. Solo dinger in the first. 2-run jack in the fifth. 417 feet with Pareda on board. Ice water in his veins. Someone get that guy some ice. He is on fire. JP Crawford. Next up is Julio Rodriguez. Now, can Julio get 2 home runs like JP? Let's find out. First pitch, high and inside. 1-0 count. And this is amazing considering, they are 10-1 in the last 11 games. But guess what? We just swept the Athletics. We're confident. And the bats are coming alive. And again, like I mentioned, when we get 1 home run, it typically leads to another and then another and another. And a few games ago against the Athletics, we had 4. And we're definitely on our way. Let's go. 3 home runs so far. 2 by JP, 1 by Julio. Can we get Julio to get a second dinger? Let's go. 1-0 pitch, takes a strike looking right down the middle. 1 ball and 1 strike to Julio Rodriguez. 1-1 pitch with the check swing, a little slow dribbler, toe tap on the bag, and that is 2 up and 2 down. No home run by Julio at this at-bat. Next up in the 3-hole, first baseman, it's Nails, Josh Naylor. Trident's up. Let's go M's. Hell yeah. First pitch, inside with a 4-seam fastball missing. 1-0 count. Naylor grounded out into a double play and had a pop out on his last at bat. 1-0 pitch, hard hit ball, deep right field. And off the top of the wall. Wow, I thought that was going to homer. And Naylor has to hustle now to get to second. And out. Fuck, Naylor should have ran a little harder. Kind of was waiting to see where that ball would land and didn't really run hard. And then by the time that it hit the top of the wall, didn't have enough speed to get into second and ended up being out. And we are not challenging. So a couple little miscues by the Mariners, and Naylor missed a home run by, maybe 6 inches. It hit right on the top of the mat, before it ended up bouncing back into the field instead of into the crowd, unfortunately. That would have been huge to be able to get another home run. But again, we can't complain. 2-run jack, obviously, by JP Crawford, and Naylor missing it by maybe 6 inches and getting thrown out at second. Crazy game so far. Wow. Roof is open. Weather is nice. End of the 5th inning, 5-1 Mariners. Let's go, baby. That would have been sweet if Naylor could have got his 6th home run of the season. Let's go, baby. And hopefully Naylor will get another crack at it before the game is up. What a game. End of the 5th inning, everything looking Soto Mojo. Trident's up, 5-1 Mariners. Let's go to the top of the 6th. 10-1 record. Doesn't bother us one bit. Arizona Diamondbacks. Not only with a 10-1 record in the last 11 games, Ketel Marte has got an 11-game hit streak. Let's see if we can end that streak like we did with Nick Kurtz. 0-for-1 with a base on ball, Ketel Marte. Batting second, 1-for-2, right fielder, Corbin Carroll. And batting third, 1-for-2 with a run and an RBI, a solo dinger, shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Trident's up. Let's go M's. mean, the only reason the roof is going to be closed if it's raining, so. All right, we're at 129 likes. $71 to $200. First pitch into Ketel Marte is in there for a strike, and time is called. Four-seam fastball, 94 miles an hour, high and away. George Kirby on the mound, Ketel Marte in the box. 0-1 pitch, little dribbler behind the plate to the ump. No balls and 2 strikes to Ketel Marte. And Marte and Carroll have been 2 of the top 10 hitters in the last week and a half. So, again, we have to be able to limit the damage, and so far, so good. Oh-2 pitch from Kirby. Little dribbler by Marte. Young is there. Throw to Naylor. And that is 1 up and 1 down. I love having someone reliable, at second base like Cole Clutch Young. Nice job, Cole. Down goes Marte. 1 up and 1 down. Next up, in the 2-hole, right fielder Corbin Carroll. On deck in the 3-hole, shortstop Geraldo Perdomo. First pitch, foul behind the plate there by Carroll to the T-Mobile Bricks. 0-1 count. Let's go, baby. Oh, 1 pitch, line drive there by Carroll, and off a 1-hopper goes to Julio's glove. Nice base knock there by Corbin Carroll, who's got Pacific Northwest ties. Next up in the 3-hole, shortstop Geraldo Perdomo. On deck in the 4-hole, catcher Gabriel Moreno. And Perdomo with a little blooper, and it ends up being fair. Get it, Randy! And Randy kind of runs into the wall there, and now that is a double. Runners now at second and third with 1 out. Next up is Gabriel Moreno. Defense is going to have to step up here, either that or, Kirby himself. Could really use a double play here. I mean, unless we can get back-to-back punch-outs by Kirby, I'll take that as well. Or even a strikeout and a pop-up, or a strikeout and a ground-out. First pitch with a sinker, high and away to Moreno, 1-0 count. Now JT in the building, what's good? 1-0 pitch. Popped up and fading out of play with the sweeper by Kirby. 1 ball and 1 strike with runners at second and third and 1 out. Top of the 6th inning, 5-1 Seattle. 2 home runs by J.P. Crawford, 1 by Julio Rodriguez, and 1 from the Diamondbacks in Geraldo Perdomo. One pitch. Popped up and out of play. 4-seam fastball, 96 miles an hour there by George Kirby. 1 ball and 2 strikes with runners at second and third and 1 out. Weather is good. A little bit overcast. We had rain this morning when I walked Paisley, but just been kind of cloudy and overcast with a little sprinkles, but overall, not bad. I know we are going to have a little bit of a heat wave in the next couple days. Starting, I think, on Monday and Tuesday, where we get into the 80s. It's not like 90 or 100 or anything like that, but obviously a heat wave in May usually will be something in the 80s, and it might only last a couple days, but we'll see how that goes. 1-2 pitch, high and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Kirby to Moreno. I would prefer it to be under 80, until we get obviously into the, June, July, August months and whatnot. But, you're always due for a couple, 80, 85 degree days in May, living in Oregon or Washington. 2-2 pitch, just gets a piece of that, and that goes into right field, out of play. Sweeper, 89 miles an hour there by Kirby. 2 balls and 2 strikes with runners at second and third and 1 out. Mariners with a 4-run lead, and hopefully we can keep it that way. I probably drove through Roseburg, but I haven't been there lately. 2-2 pitch. But I've been a little bit everywhere, in Eastern Oregon, going towards Bend and, a little bit in each area and, the North and in the East and Southern Oregon and obviously on the coast. 2-2 pitch from Kirby. Popped up into shallow left field, and it ends up dropping. Where was Julio? My God. Where was Randy? And that's going to score at least 2 runs there. What happened there? They were way out of position there, like in frame. Like, where the hell was Julio? And just like that, 5-3 Seattle. Thankfully, we got 3 home runs, 2 by JP and 1 by Julio. Otherwise, we could be in trouble. And Kirby's at 87 pitches, so that might be it. Unfortunate, with our pitchers, sometimes we start off pretty hot and then end up giving up, a few kind of towards the end of the run. We saw that with Kirby in his last start as well as Wu. But again, at least the bats have come alive. And again, that will counteract, some good plays by the other team rather than us being down 3-0 right now and, kind of being in one of those moods. So again, not the best start for George Kirby, but definitely not the worst, but at least the bats made up for it. And hopefully we'll be able to get these last 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Next up, 0 for 2 with a K in the 5-hole, DHing Adrian Del Castillo. And on deck will be center fielder Ryan Waldschmidt. And who are the Mariners going to be bringing in? He's leadoff hitter, so at this point, he just had an at-bat a little while ago, so probably won't be getting another at-bat until the 7th or 8th inning. All right, Matt Brash is coming in. That's our most reliable and trustworthy bullpen pitcher. And he won't go more than a half inning. So hopefully we'll be able to get the job done here. All right, Brash, you got to clean up a little bit of the mess that was left there by George Kirby. 5.1 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, only 4 Ks and 1 walk, 87 pitches, and then ended up giving up a home run to Perdomo, but then also gave up a big double to center there by Moreno. Looked like Julio and Randy were kind of out of position, and Carroll and Perdomo scoring, making it 5-3. 5 runs, 8 hits for the Mariners, 3 runs, 6 hits for the Diamondbacks. Let's go, Brash. Clean up the mess, and let's get out of this inning. First pitch. Foul back behind the plate there by Del Castillo. 0-1 count. Xavier in the building. What's good? (0-1) pitch. Popped up and behind the plate. Foul. Back to the KeyBank sign. No balls and 2 strikes from Brash to Del Castillo. Boop, Sariki, and Squish Bean. You got 3 dogs at your house. It's a lot of love. Let me tell you. Paisley says hello. 0-2 pitch. Slider is low and away, 87 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at second and 1 out. Top of the 6th inning, 5-3 Seattle. One-two pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Brash to Del Castillo. I mean, if we would have kept him in, until the 90s, I mean, the game would probably be tied. Not to say that Brash, could end up having the same fate, but, I think bringing Brash in was the right choice. It's unfortunate Kirby couldn't get that out on Moreno. 2-2 pitch, high and away. And Pareda is challenging, but I don't think you're going to win this. And just missing the strike zone there. And we have 1 remaining challenge, and Pareda is 0 for 3 on challenges going back to the A's game, and then 1 missed challenge here today. Got to be better, Pareda. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Brash to Del Castillo. 3-2 pitch. Low and into the dirt, and Brash looking a little shaky here. He's normally our most reliable and most trustworthy, but now we got runners at first and second with 1 out. We need a double play desperately. Captain in the building, what's good? Brash coming in to clean up the mess that Kirby left. And next up in the 6th hole, center fielder Ryan Waldschmidt. We get a little slow dribbler up the middle for a double play and get out of this inning. And a line drive on Brash goes to Randy. And runners are now bases loaded. Come on, Brash. 5 straight batters to get on base between Kirby and Brash, and now we got bases loaded with 1 out. Thankfully, we have 2 home runs by JP and 1 by Julio. Otherwise, we'd be down in this game 100%. And we have to be thankful that we got to 5, but I mean, if we're not careful here, it's going to end up being 5-5 or 6-5 Diamondbacks in a moment. Come on, Brash. Brash's delivery looks weird. He looks like he's hurt, or something's off. Like the throw to the catcher, it just doesn't look smooth like his traditional routine. Kind of looks forced. First pitch is low and away, 1-0 count. Like he's having to throw his whole body into it. And I kind of thought the way that Logan Gilbert pitched early in the year was very similar, where they have to kind of put their whole body just to get the ball to home plate, and it's sometimes not even, in the strike zone. But you get a big swing and a miss there by Vargas, thank God. 1 ball and 1 strike with bases loaded and 1 out. Come on, Brash. 1-1 pitch. Does that hit him? No, he went around. I thought it might have hit him. Let's look at the replay here to see if this ball actually hits him or not. He does go around. Wow, it looked like it just barely missed him. 1-2 pitch, slow dribbler. And no double play. JP gets the fielder's choice. Another run scores. 5-4 Seattle. And again, thankfully, we got the 2 home runs by JP and Julio. Otherwise, we definitely would be down in this game. It's going to be a grind. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a war. Remember, this team is 10-1 in their last 11 games. So they feel confident not only against teams like the Dodgers and the Padres, but, against a team like us, they're very confident. And there was no opportunity for Naylor to tap the bag and throw to second. He just had to go to second. And by the time JP got the ball, no chance to go to first. Jose Fernandez on a line drive. Fuck. And that drops as well. Another run scores. The game is tied. Fuck. God, this team is getting incredibly lucky on where the ball placement is landing, here in T-Mobile. Wow, Jose Fernandez ties the game up. Now it's 5-5. Now we have to just make sure that the game stays 5-5 until we get up to bat and we can retake the lead. We don't want them to take the lead. But definitely not a good inning for the Mariners. We've already given up 4 runs here in the 6th. And now we've tied up the game 5-5 and also 8 hits each. Brash shitting the bed for the very first time all season. First pitch from Brash to Troy, takes a strike looking right down the middle, 0-1 count. Still we can win this game, but it's not ideal. But on the flip side, it took this long for Brash to have his first meltdown. And again, him and Mason Miller, were two of the, only guys to not give up a run. But obviously we know Miller and Brash are on different levels. Mariners challenge and Pareda loses again. Jesus Christ, Pareda. Now we're out of challenges. Should have not done that. One pitch. And again, Brash looks off. Just his delivery, and where the ball placement is going. He doesn't look like the Brash, early in the year. And obviously he just came back from an injury. But he definitely does not look, normal, based off his pitch delivery. He's all over the place. Jesus. 2-1 pitch, high and inside. 3 balls and 1 strike with runners on the corners and 2 outs. And normally when we bring Brash in, we feel good. But today, him and Kirby are, making it a little extra difficult now. 3-1 pitch. He can't hit the fucking strike zone if his life depended on it. Fuck. And now we got bases loaded again with 2 outs. Holy hell. But again, luckily, the game is 5-5, not 5-0, or 5-1. So we still got a chance. But just based on watching him pitch the first couple pitches, I knew we were in trouble. He normally doesn't have to throw his whole body into it. And again, the pitch location was nowhere near, hitting his spots. And like, when's the last time you seen Brash pitch and a majority of his pitches are going into the dirt? Or they're going, way inside or way outside. It's just definitely uncharacteristic here for Matt Brash. And again, the Diamondbacks are a good team. We got to give them credit as well. But this has really been on Kirby and Brash. There's no way that this game should be tied at this time. But, it's baseball. And hopefully we can get a meltdown by one of their guys in the pen at some point before this one is over to make up for it. First pitch with the change up there by Brash, finally hitting his mark on Ketel Marte. 0-1 count. Oh, 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes from Brash to Marte. Now, there's a certain amount of batters that a pitcher has to face before you can take him out as well. So, and we only pitch Brash a half inning anyway, so he won't be back next inning. Neither would we want him, based on what he has done today. 0-2 pitch, low and away, missing the strike zone there by an inch. Slider missing. 1 ball and 2 strikes with bases loaded and 2 outs. Diamondbacks and Mariners going to war with a 5-5 tie. Both teams with 5 runs, both teams with 8 hits, and both teams with no errors. 1-2 pitch, low and away. Just can't hit that strike zone. Come on, Brash. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Brash to Marte. And obviously we have no more challenges because Pareda already has lost, 2 opportunities already, just like he did in the last game against the A's. 2-2 pitch, big strikeout, big swing and a miss. And again, huge opportunity for the Diamondbacks with Marte in the box. And thankfully, the game is still tied and we're not down 6, 7, 8, 9, 5, which could have happened. 11-game hit streak for Ketel Marte. He'll have to wait till his last at-bat to see if that streak ends. All right, Mariners. We definitely we're not expecting Kirby and Brash to give up 4 runs, but now we have to get back to business and let's see if we can get some more runs on the board offensively. Let's go to the bottom of the 6th. Cleanup hitter, left fielder, 1 for 2, Randy Arozarena. Batting second in the 5-hole, 1 for 2, right fielder, Luke Raley. And batting third in the 6-hole, second baseman, 0 for 2, Cole Clutch Young. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. $93 subs to go to 24,200. We're at 50 on the dono train. 50 to go. And let's see where we're at, the likes on how many more we need to get to 200. We have almost 300 in the room. We're at 140. $60 more likes to get to 200. It looks like Zach Gallen's day is over as well. 5 innings pitched, 8 hits, 5 earned runs, 1 walk, 2 Ks, 84 pitches, 53 strikes. ERA is 5.16. Brennan Fott coming in. First pitch from Fott. Low and away to Randy Arozarena, 1-0 count. One-0 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and no strikes to Randy Arozarena. So since we had a meltdown with our pen, we definitely need a meltdown for the Diamondbacks. 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike, low and away as Randy steps out of the batter's box when the pitch was already coming to the catcher. 2 balls and 1 strike to Randy Arozarena. 2-1 pitch from Font. And Randy with a little dribbler. Throw to first in time, and that is 1 up and 1 down. Next up in the 5-hole, right fielder, Luke Raley. Bad inning, but it could have been really bad. You know, they had bases loaded with Marte there. So, again, imagine if he would have hit a grand salami or hit an RBI double. You know, being down, 7-5, 8-5, that might have been the end of us, even though we have 5 runs at this time, who knows how many more that we're going to get. But thankfully, we were able to leave it at 5 rather than being down a run or 2 or 3. So 1-0 pitch, low and away. 2 balls and no strikes from Fott to Raley. Bottom of the 6th inning with nobody on and 1 out. Fott on the mound, Luke Raley in the box. Come on, Luke. 2-0 pitch to Raley. Takes a strike on the corner. 4-seam fastball, painted beautifully there by Fott. 2 balls and 1 strike from Fott to Raley. And again, that's the first time that we've seen Brash shit the bed all season. 2-1 pitch, hard hit ball, deep right field, back, gone! Luke Raley, let's go. You ask for a nuke and you get one. Luke Raley getting the job done after Brash and Kirby giving up 4 runs in the top of the 6th. That's our 4th home run. 2 by JP, 1 by Julio, and 1 by Luke Raley. Tridents up. Let's go M65 Seattle. That's exactly what we needed, to be able to respond immediately. Let's go. Next up is Cole Clutch Young. 2 by JP, 1 by Julio, 1 by Luke, and now we've matched what we did against the Athletics. 4 home runs, but in this game, we might not be done. It kind of feels like we might have another 1 or 2 homers under the belt before the game is over. Great job, Mariners. Luke Raley leading the team with 12, Julio with 11, JP third with 9. And all 3 guys homering today. Coincidence? I think not. Pitch fouled off there. High and inside there by Cole Young with the cutter by Fott. No balls and 2 strikes from Fott to Young. And again, the meltdown that we were hoping for, we got it. But let's see how many more we can get. Nice job there by Luke Raley. Love it. Fucking nuke by Luke. Make him an everyday player, damn it. 0-2 pitch, and there we go. Cole Young with a nice base knock. But I will say this, I really do like Victor Robles in right field. So again, it's one of those things that you're going to have to try to manage. Who's in right field and whatnot, and who's at DH. And we'll see how it goes. A nice hit there by Cole Young. He's getting in on the party. And he already has made some great defensive plays for us, like that double play in the first inning. Nice job, Cole Young. All right, next up in the 7-hole, DHing the Italian Stallion, Dominic Canzone, who is due for a home run. It'd be great if we can make this 8-5. First pitch, cutter in there for a strike to Dom. 0-1 count. Imagine once we start hitting 5 runs or more consistently, who's going to stop us? Besides, the pitching. 0-1 pitch, big swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes from Fott to Canzone. Come on, Dom. What a fun game. Obviously I did not like what I saw there from Kirby and Brash in the 6th, but, we definitely have gotten some great defense, and the bats have come alive, so that's great to see. Celebrating 90s on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with the theme. 0-2 pitch, big swing and a miss. Down goes Dom, and that is 2 up and 2 down. Next up is Johnny Pareda. On deck is Colt Emerson. See if we can get a single by Johnny or force a walk, and then a big hit by Colt Emerson to get to 7. First pitch from Fott to Pareda. Low and away, 1-0 count. Mariners offense straight, and then they just brought that stat up and pulled it down with games with 10 plus hits. And we have 10 hits now. Love it. And the magic number for us is usually 5 runs, 7 to 10 hits, and we're at 6 runs, 10 hits, and we're not done. 1-0 pitch. Sinker gets in there for a strike, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. With a runner at first, Cole Young with 2 outs. 6-5 Mariners, after we ended up having a pretty big lead that got erased there in the top of the 6th, with the Diamondbacks scoring 4, but at least we get 1 back by Luke Raley and his solo jack. 1-1 pitch, low and away. Sweeper, 83 miles an hour, missing by Brendan Fott. 2 balls and 1 strike with a runner at first and 2 outs. 6-5 Seattle. This would definitely be a fun game to be at in person. But definitely having a pleasure calling it here on stream. 2-1 pitch, a little slow dribbler. Throw to second for the fielder's choice. Out is Cole Young, and that is out number 3. But not after. We end up getting a home run from our guy, Luke Raley. Great job, Luke. Way to respond immediately, because the longer you don't respond, eventually they're going to take the lead. So, you want to make sure that if they have a big inning, that we can at least respond with something. And nice job there by Luke. It might have not been the 4 runs that they got, but I'll take it. And I know every Mariner fan will as well. Great job. Next up for the Diamondbacks, 2 for 3 with a run, right fielder Corbin Carroll. Batting second, 2 for 3 with 2 runs, an RBI, and a home run, shortstop Geraldo Perdomo. And batting third, 1 for 3 with a run and 2 RBIs, catcher Gabriel Moreno. Try to ends up, let's go M's. And I'm curious to see who they bring out here next. Is it going to be Jose Ferrer? Or is it going to be Bizzardo? $93 subs to go to 24,200. We're at 50 on the Dono train, 50 to go. And let's see how close we are to 200 likes with 317 in the room. We're at 154. We're almost there. All right, Jose Ferrer coming in. All right, hopefully we get the good Jose here. Tank in the building. What's good? All right, first pitch from Ferrer, little dribbler right in front of the catcher. And obviously, maybe the slowest run I've ever seen Corbin Carroll do. I mean, if he would have ran full speed, you never know. But we definitely have had a couple players not really give 100% effort running to first here tonight by both teams. But obviously with the little, base knock that goes right in front of the, catcher / pitcher, you feel 99.9% out, but you never know what that throw will be like to first and if Naylor will catch it or drop it. But that is 1 up and 1 down, and I'm glad we got Carroll out. Nice job there by Jose Ferrer. 1 up and 1 down. Next up is Geraldo Perdomo. First pitch with the sinker. 1-0 count. Let's go, Jose. We already had one meltdown by Brash and a meltdown by Kirby. We can't afford another meltdown by you. 1-0 pitch in there for a strike to Perdomo. 1 ball and 1 strike with nobody on and 1 out. Top of the 7th inning, 6-5 Seattle. Time is called. Joe in the building, Dank in the building. What's good? One pitch, another ball from Ferrer to Perdomo, and Edward Bizardo is warming up. 2-1 pitch, foul behind the plate to the T-Mobile bricks there by Perdomo. Sinker 95 miles an hour there by Jose Ferrer. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out, in a really fun game to watch and to call. 6-5 Mariners. 2-2 pitch. Check swing, and that ends up going towards first and out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 1 out. Top of the 7th, 6-5 Seattle. Lots of home runs in this game. 2-2 pitch. Ooh, we would have had a challenge available as Paisley comes in. Lay down. Paisley wants to see what's going on here. Seeing if Ferrer can get the job done. 3-2 pitch. Little dribbler up the middle. JP is there. Throw to first. And there we go. No sidearm throw. Traditional regular throw. And what do you know? JP ends up making the out. 2 up and 2 down. I really do believe that the sidearm approach was a big factor of JP with a lot of those errors. Nice job, JP. 2 home runs and playing some good defense today. Down goes Perdomo. 2 away. Next up is Gabriel Moreno. First pitch, high and away, in there for a strike, looking with the sinker. 0-1 count. And so far, so good from Jose Ferrer. Looking good. 0-1 pitch. In there for another strike. Great location and great confidence on the mound. Completely the opposite of Matt Brash, where he looked maybe hurt, or something was going on with his delivery. Definitely did not look like the Brash that we all love and know. It definitely looked like something was bothering him. And at least Jose is looking very sharp here. And if he can just mow down Moreno here, again, we may, consider him coming back out there in the 8th as well. Brash will only go a half inning. That's usually what the, MO typically for Dan Wilson is for him. But 0-2 pitch, little dribbler towards third and foul. Not giving them anything really quality to hit at this at-bat. No balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning in a war and a battle between the Mariners and the Diamondbacks. Seattle up by a run, but it's not over yet. 0-2 pitch and ends up finding a way past Cole Young into right field to Luke Raley, and a nice base knock there by Moreno. All right, let's see if we can get that third out here on the Diamondbacks. Next up in the 5-hole, DHing Adrian Del Castillo. Now they're going to have Nolan Arenado actually come in and pinch hit. Dan Wilson's coming out. And we have another pitching change. Well, that Jose Ferrer outing was very brief. But at least he ended up getting the 2 outs. And now Nolan Arenado, the former Cardinal, is pinch hitting here next. Okay, there we go. I had to get one that was a little bit sharper of an image. And now we got Bizzardo in the game, and hopefully Bizzardo can get the job done. First pitch from Bizzardo to Arenado, fouls it off himself. Sinker, 96 miles an hour, 0-1 count. Let's go, Bizzardo. Bizzardo on the mound, Arenado in the box. Well, they did it based off a righty on righty matchup rather than a lefty on a righty based on how they've been hitting against us lately. So 0-1 pitch, high and inside. And I wish that Pareda wouldn't have challenged, those two not really close calls. It would be really nice to have at least one challenge, the rest of the way. But 1 ball and 1 strike from Bizzardo to Arenado. 1-1 pitch. There we go. Hitting the corner beautifully there by Bizzardo. I like that. Sinker, 95 miles an hour. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first and 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning, 6-5 Seattle. One-two pitch. Popped up behind the plate and foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at first and 2 outs. Top of the 7th inning, Mariners hanging on to a 1-run lead. Captain says we're at 160, 40 more likes to get to 200 with 321 in the room. That should be easy. 1-2 pitch from Bizzardo, high and inside. Sinker missing by a few inches there. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Nolan Arenado. Active hits leader, Freddie Freeman, Jose Altuve, Andrew McCutchen, Paul Goldschmidt, Manny Machado, and then Nolan Arenado at 1,967. Everyone else at 2,100 hits or more. And Arenado gets a hit down third base and fair. Get it, Randy. We know when Randy gets ground balls, it's a nightmare for us. And a big pinch hit at bat there by Arenado. And now they have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Pitching really hasn't been that great for either team here today, but again, our bullpen looking a little shaky, and with Brash and obviously with Ferrer and now Bizzardo, and those are supposed to be our strongest guys. Maybe should have stuck with Ferrer. But we got to hope that Bizzardo can get this last out here. Next up is Ryan Waldschmidt. First pitch, low and away. 1-0 count. Normally in games like this, we lose because the bats don't come alive. But, we got 4 home runs today, so 1-0 pitch, popped up and out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike from Bizzardo to Waldschmidt. 2 home runs by JP, 1 by Julio, 1 by Luke Raley. And, if we don't get those, this is a game that we get blown out by, where we probably only have like a run right now, maybe none. So I'm glad that the bats have come alive, but the pitching has taken a little bit of a step back in this particular game. 1-1 pitch, low and away. But also you got to give credit to the Diamondbacks. They're one of the hottest teams in baseball. They're 10-1 in their last 11, and they've skyrocketed in the National League standings. So leapfrogging, obviously, the Padres and right there with the Dodgers. 2-1 pitch from Bizzardo. Popped up. Should stay in play. Randy is there. Catch it, Randy. And there we go. We finally get out number 3. Nice job, Randy. Both teams with 10 hits. What a game. All right, now we have a 1-run lead, but we don't feel comfortable with that, right? Especially the way that Mooney has been as a closer. We want to be up by 2 runs or more by the time, he gets in the game. Otherwise, if we only have a 1-run lead or we're tied, we might be doomed. So let's see if we can get another run here in the bottom of the 7th. Next up for the Mariners in the 9-hole, third baseman 0 for 2 with a K. It's about time to get your first hit today. What do you say? Colt Emerson. Batting second, 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs and 2 home runs and a walk. Ice water in his veins, J.P. Crawford. Let's go, J.P. You've done it on offense and you've done it on defense. Let's go. And batting third, 2 for 3 with a run, 2 RBIs, and a home run as well. Center fielder, it's J-Rod Julio Rodriguez, who broke his own personal record of hitting 9 home runs this month, and that's the most he's ever hit in one single month in his career. Let's see if he can get another under his belt before this game is over or before the month is over. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. 93 subs do 24,200. Gained another sub during the commercial break. Thank you so much. 92 subs to go, do 24,200. Shout out to all the females in the room, as well as the people watching in the United States, Canada, Mexico, South America, Asia, and beyond. And we're at 50 on the dono train, 50 to go. Fott still on the mound for the Diamondbacks. First pitch from Fott. High and away to Colt Emerson, 1-0 count. Keep the bats going, baby. 1-0 pitch from Fott. And Emerson crushes that one into left field, out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike to Colt Emerson. One pitch from Fott. Low and at the knees with a cutter. 2 balls and 1 strike to Colt Emerson. Let's go, Colt. Two-one pitch from Fott. Big swing and a miss on a curveball there to Colt Emerson. 2 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on and no outs. Bottom of the 7th inning, 6-5 Seattle. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Got to find a way to win this game with shaky performances by Kirby, Ferrer, Brash, and obviously Bizzardo. Big swing and a miss there by Emerson, and that is 1 up and 1 down. Hopefully he'll be able to get a hit in his last at-bat. All right, next up, one of the MVPs for the Mariners today with 2 home runs, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Ice water in his veins. Let's go, J.P. First pitch in there from Fott to JP for a strike. 0-1 count. Did JP hit 3 home runs in this game? That could be the difference between maybe us winning or losing, as based on how the game has gone. 1-0 pitch. Big swing and a miss there with the cutter. No balls and 2 strikes from Fott to Crawford. Yeah, well, when you win 10 games out of 11, Captain, you're going to leapfrog a few teams, right? I mean, imagine if the Mariners went 10-1, what our record would be and where everyone else would be at in the division. Anybody that goes 10-1 in 11 games is definitely feeling themselves. And on top of that, Corbin Carroll and Ketel Marte are 2 of the top 10 hitters within the last week and a half as well. So, they've definitely done some damage. 1-2 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to JP Crawford. But the National League is ridiculous. They have almost every team above 500 except for a couple. And then the opposite is for the American League. They only have a couple teams above 500 and then everyone else. But I've never seen it be that way ever before. 2-2 pitch, high and inside. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to JP Crawford. It's like, when's the last time you've seen the National League have like 12 or 13 teams above 500 and 2 that aren't, and then 3 teams above 500 in the American League and 12 that are below? It's just weird, but that's where we're at. 3-2 pitch, big swing and a miss, and down goes JP. Fought with another punch out, and that is 2 up and 2 down. Let's see if Julio can get a little bit of magic and Soto mojo for the Mariners. He already has 1 home run today. Let's see if he can get his 2nd home run and get number 10 in the month of May. He already broke his own personal record of 8 with his 9th homer earlier today. Let's see if Julio can be a hero. First pitch to Julio is low and at the knees on the corner of the strike zone with a sinker. 0-1 count. One pitch from Fott to Julio. Hard hit ball by Julio and fair. Go, Julio, go. This should be a double for Julio. And there we go. Stand up double by Julio Rodriguez. I like seeing this version of Julio Rodriguez. I mean, we've been waiting, 5 years for him to play good in the first half of a season, but we finally got a great version of Julio Rodriguez. Nice job, J-Rod. Great follow-through swing and perfect placement right before it hit the line there in left field. Next up is Josh Naylor, who missed a home run by 6 inches, and then by the time he noticed it wasn't a home run, was too far away from second base and ended up getting thrown out. But let's see if Naylor can make up for that. And it looks like Fott is done, and now they're going to be going with Clark. All right, we have a pitching change here. All right, Taylor Clark is coming in. Trying to find a good photo of Taylor Clark, but none of them are really that good. All of them are kind of low resolution. I guess this one will have to do. All right, Taylor Clark coming in here for the Diamondbacks for Fott. And let's see if Josh Naylor can end up making up for missing that home run by literally 6 inches. It hit the top of the, padding and then actually ended up going back into the infield or the outfield, area rather than going into the crowd, unfortunately. And by the time he was staring at that ball and realizing it didn't go, for a home run. You know, he was too late getting to second base and got thrown out. But let's see if Naylor can make up for that here. First pitch from Clark to Naylor. Good patience. Low and at the knees. Four-seam fastball missing. 1-0 count. Try dance up. Let's go M's. Mike in the building. What's good, brother? One 0 pitch. Change up in there for a strike to Naylor. 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner at second and 2 outs. Bottom of the 7th inning. Mariners up 6-5 in this battle and war that we got going here on Friday night with our City Connect uniforms. 1-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss there by Naylor. Kind of a half swing. Didn't really fully commit. Change up 90 miles an hour there by Taylor Clark. 1 ball and 2 strikes with a runner at second. Julio Rodriguez with 2 outs. Come on, Naylor. 1-2 pitch. And Naylor with a little dribbler, but it doesn't get past Ketel Marte. Throw to first. Toe tap on the bag, and that is out number 3. We leave Julio stranded at second, but we still have a 1-run lead. And again, we have to be very thankful for Luke Raley hitting that home run. But again, if it stays 6-5 and then Mooney comes in, are we confident that he can win the game with us being up by a run? I mean, more than likely, based on how he's pitched lately, you know, the game would probably be tied. And then we would have to try to win in the bottom of the 9th unless we get a good version of Mooney today. So hopefully we'll be able to get a minimum of 1 more run to give us that insurance that we need. Normally when we got a 1-run lead, if this is Mooney from years past, that's enough. You know, but this year 1 run is not enough for Mooney. And we've already gone through Crash. We've already gone through, you know, Bizzardo. We've already gone through Ferrer. So we don't have too many guys left. Curious to see that, you know, who might come in after that. Maybe Gabe Spire. We'll see. Cooper Criswell. We'll find out. Next up in the 7-hole, 0 for 3 with an RBI. First baseman, Ildemaro Vargas. Batting second, 2 for 3 with an RBI in the 8-hole. Third baseman, Jose Fernandez. And batting third, 0 for 2 with a base on ball and 2 Ks. Left fielder in the 9-hole, Tommy Troy. Try dance up. Let's go M's. Unless they have Bizzardo come back out, which is possible. You know, he does pitch more than 1 inning occasionally. End of the 7th inning, 6-5 Mariners. 92 subs to go to 24,200. Gained another sub since the last commercial break. Thank you so much. 91 subs to go to 24,200. We're at 50 on the Dono train, 50 to go. And we got 354 in the room, so we should hit at 200 likes before the stream ends. We're at 175. All right, if we can get 25 people out of 355, we'll be at 200. Let's go. Should easily do that before the stream ends. First pitch from Bizzardo to Vargas. Bizzardo is back out there. Takes a strike looking, high and away. Sinker, 96 miles an hour. 0-1 count. Good start here for Bizzardo. 0-1 pitch. Low and at the knees. Did he go? No, he did not. Sweeper missing there by Bizzardo. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ildemaro Vargas. Vargas in the box. Bizzardo on the mound. 1-1 pitch. High and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike from Bizzardo to Vargas. Vargas being patient in the box. Bizzardo thinking that was a strike when it wasn't, but we don't have any more challenges left anyways. 2-1 pitch. Low and at the knees. Count now is 3 balls and 1 strike from Bizzardo to Vargas. Got to add 1 or 2 more runs. 3-1 pitch, popped up. Deep center field. Julio is there, though, and that is 1 away. Nice job there by Julio Rodriguez in center field. And Bizzardo's the last one to complain about not getting a call. It's not like you've been good this year. Pitch in there for a strike, but it does, keep the umps accountable with the ABS. Because normally if you end up throwing your hands in the air by not getting a call and then the ump does it right back, he's going to hold a grudge against you for the rest of this game. Hell, maybe the rest of the season. So 0-1 pitch, a little blooper into right, and it drops in between Rayleigh and Julio. Get it, Julio! And Julio finally gets to that ball that lands in between Rayleigh and Julio, and a stand-up double there for Jose Fernandez. And that's in that instance, where you get those deep balls, you want Robles out there, right? We know Rayleigh can make some plays, like Canzone, but Robles can end up making those diving grabs better than anybody in right field. But it seems like they're going to only use Robles when we have left-handed pitching. And then when we have right-handed pitching, it'll be Rayleigh. Next up is Tommy Troy, and we got to shut this rally down. We don't want the game to be tied if possible. First pitch, in there for a strike, 0-1 count. One pitch, high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Bizzardo to Troy. But again, with the ABS, it definitely holds these umps accountable. It used to hold grudges, against certain players, and some strike zones are as big as the moon, and others are, a handkerchief, size. So, we want to make sure that we keep these guys honest. Deep to center field, Julio is there, and that is 2 up and 2 down, and Fernandez with a strong throw by Julio to JP. Great throw by Julio, and the runner cannot advance, and that is 2 down. Nice job by Julio Rodriguez, doing the job not only defensively, but offensively as well. Next up is Ketel Marte, and he's on an 11-game hit streak. This will be his last at-bat, more than likely. So we need to make sure we get Marte out if possible, and then that 11-game hit streak more than likely will end. He's 0 for 3 today with a walk and a K, so we know how good Marte and Corbin Carroll have been, within the last couple weeks. I mean, the team has gone 10-1, in the last 11 games. Judah in the building, what's good? Mariners still have the momentum to win now, but again, we still got a lot of baseball left here in the top of the 8th. Right ends up. Let's go, M's. Come on, Bizzardo. Got to get him out here. And throw to second. Ooh, that was close. And Fernandez is safe. Definitely caught him off guard. And thankfully, that throw was on point, because a lot of times Bizzardo making that throw to second ends up being wild and gets past JP, and then that runner goes from second to third and then probably ends up scoring. So, sometimes the pitchers, get a little ahead of themselves and a little overly excited. First pitch in there for a strike. Beautiful sweeper there by Bizzardo, who was our number 1, player in the pen last year, but this year, not so much. Still a top 4 guy in the pen, but definitely not as trustworthy as he was last year. But still has opportunity to climb the rankings. 0-1 pitch, high and away. Sinker missing there by Bizzardo. 1 ball and 1 strike to Ketel Marte. Hawks in the building. What's good? Right hands up. Let's go, M's. Top of the 8th with the runner at second, Fernandez. 1-1 pitch, hard hit ball towards first base, and thankfully foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Ketel Marte, who's got a 11-game hit streak on the line, and hopefully we'll be able to get this last out. We got Gabe Spire in the pen. But again, Gabe hasn't really been that reliable either. I mean, Brash was the most reliable, and he didn't do good today. Kirby has been good this season, but not really good in the last 2 starts. And again, Wu lost his last start, and hopefully, Wu will be better than what we saw out of George. But on the bright side, the defense has been great for the most part, and the bats have come alive, right? We got 4 home runs like we did against the Athletics, and that definitely gives us a chance to win in any game that we play in when we get 4 home runs. We're very home run dependent, the number 1 home run dependent team in baseball. So thankfully we got those homers to be close. Otherwise we probably would be down 5-0 or 5-1. And, at this point the game would more than likely be over. So glad that we're competing, and we definitely gained some Uncle Mo and momentum sweeping the A's. Marte calls time. Top of the 8th, runner at second. Fernandez with 2 outs. 1-2 pitch from Bizzardo. Low and at the knees with the sweeper. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ketel Marte. Trident's up. Let's go, Adams. Come on, Bizzardo. We've already had meltdowns by all our pitchers at this point for the most part. Not necessarily Ferrer, but 2-2 pitch. Jesus Christ. High and away. Count now is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes from Bizzardo to Marte. And that's just kind of how the Mariners roll, right? As soon as one thing improves, another thing goes sideways. Like we couldn't hit, but the pitching was good. Now the pitching is, a little sideways. And check swing. Did he go? Oh, wow. They say he did not. And now Marte goes to first with the walk. Come on, Bizzardo. Ooh, that's close. That check swing, close. And now Bizzardo is done. And Gabe Spire. This could end up determining who wins the game. Gabe is good, and we end up, still being ahead 6-5, right? Going to the bottom of the 8th, we feel good that we can win. But if Gabe comes in and gives up an RBI or a home run, the game might be over. So let's hope this is the good Gabe Spire. Next up is Corbin Carroll. All right, let's put our hands together and pray that the Pat McAfee lookalike gets the job done. Let's go, Gabe. You only need to get 1 out, not 2 or 3, so that should play into our hands, hopefully. Because usually Gabe will get an out and then give up a home run or an RBI, so with only 1 out to get, let's hope that he can get it against one of the hottest hitters in baseball in the last 2 weeks, Corbin Carroll. Spire on the mound, Corbin Carroll in the box. Top of the 8th inning, 6-5, Seattle. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Mariners. 5 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Diamondbacks. Turning point in the game. Got to find a way to get this last out. All right, Captain says we're at 180 likes, 20 more to get to 200. We got 422 in the room. So if you haven't hit that like button yet, please do. Help us get somewhere between that 200 to 300 range would be greatly appreciated. We're at 50 on the Dono train, 50 to go. Now let's see where we're at on the sub. We're at 24,109, 91 to get to 24,200, and we just gained a sub. Appreciate you. 90 subs to go to 24,200. All right, come on, Gabe. First pitch from Spire to Carroll, and that ends up going behind the plate to the T-Mobile bricks. 0-1 count. Spire on the mound, Corbin Carroll in the box. Oh, 0-1 pitch. In there for a strike. I like that, baby. Carroll taking the strike looking. Beautiful pitch there. With the back-to-back sinkers from Gabe. One more strike, Gabe. One more. Come on, Gabe. 0-2 pitch. Woo! Big swing and a miss. Got him. And that single-handedly might have saved the game for us right there. And again, that's the good Gabe, where you can mow down, whoever it is. And again, we've seen the good Gabe, and that was the great Gabe right there. But again, we've also seen Gabe, give up big RBIs and home runs. And thankfully, the good Gabe Spire showed up today. The Pat McAfee lookalike did his job. Great job, Gabe Spire. Huge. And that definitely puts us in a position to hopefully hang on and win, but we need to add on a minimum of one more run to feel comfortable. 2 would be great, but 1, most definitely. Let's see who's up next. Here for the Mariners, as Rick Riz loves it, the big strikeout there by Gabe Spire on Corbin Carroll. Next up for the Mariners in the bottom of the 8th, cleanup hitter, left fielder, 1 for 3, Randy Arozarena. Batting second, 2 for 3 with a run and an RBI and a solo dinger, Luke Raley. And batting third, 1 for 3, second baseman, Cole Clutch Young. Trident's up. Let's go M's. Big punch out there by Gabe. Nice for something to finally go, his way, instead of him giving up a home run or a big RBI. Let's go, baby. All right, 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Mariners. 5 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Diamondbacks. And again, it's been a really exciting game, and again, normally the pitching is on point and then the hitting is a problem. But now the hitting has been pretty damn good for us since the Athletic series. But the pitching has gone a little bit sideways. But thankfully, Gabe got that big out, and hopefully we can hang on to this victory. And we got Brian Wu on the mound tomorrow. So we got to feel pretty good about that. And then I believe it'll be, the piggyback with Bryce Miller on Sunday with Castillo. So I like our chances in this series. 0-1 pitch, fouled off there by Randy. Behind the plate to the T-Mobile bricks. Curveball on pitch number 1, high and away, takes a strike looking, and then a sinker high and away, fouled to the bricks behind him. No balls and 2 strikes. Loaizaga on the mound, Arozarena in the box. 0-2 pitch to Randy. Check swing as it dribbles towards first base and foul. Curveball, 87 miles an hour. Come on, Randy. 0-2 pitch. And Randy dribbles it towards third base and foul. (0-2 pitch). Randy crushes that one into right field and foul. Sinker, 98 miles an hour there by Loaizaga. No balls and 2 strikes to Randy Arozarena. And that one goes to first just in time. Go tap on the bag by that slow dribbler by Randy. And that is 1 away. All right. Next up is Luke Raley after Randy grounds out to second. First pitch fouled off behind the T-Mobile bricks, 0-1 count. Pitch fouled off again there by Rayleigh. O2 pitch from Loasiga. And Rayleigh crushes that one into left field and foul. Change up 91 miles an hour. See, that one didn't come out. See, I was hoping I could find a photo. That's what I was looking for as I was going through the screens. But that one obviously is not formatted good enough to our standard here on the channel. 0-2 pitch. Low and at the knees. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Luke Rayleigh. Doesn't really have any quality photos there. Got some when he was on the Yankees, but that's about it. 1-2 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Luke Rayleigh. All right. TJ says we need 2 more to get to 200 with 424 in the room. We might be able to get to 3 before this one's over, or close to that. 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Down goes Rayleigh, and that is 2 up and 2 down. Down goes Luke after giving us that big home run in the bottom of the 6th to give us the 6-5 lead. Let's see if we can get a 2-out rally going here with second baseman Cole Clutch Young. He can do it offensively. He can do it defensively. Got that double play in the first inning. Let's see if the bat can come alive here for Cole. First pitch, foul back to the T-Mobile Bricks, 0-1 count. Bottom of the 8th with nobody on and 2 outs. 0-1 pitch and a hard hit ball towards third base and foul. No balls and 2 strikes to Cole Young. Bottom of the 8th, 6-5 Mariners, nobody on with 2 outs. Lots of home runs in this game. You know, the bats have definitely come alive since we swept the A's. But again, pitching has gone a little bit sideways with our starters and our bullpen. 0-2 pitch. Low and at the knees. Good eye there by Cole Young. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cole Clutch Young. (2-0-2). Let's go. 1-2 pitch. Broken bat. Throw to first. And just in time. 3 up and 3 down after that bat explodes. And now we got Andres Munoz coming in. And if we can get the fucking good Mooney, hopefully we can win 6-5 and we don't have to even worry about hitting in the bottom of the 9th. But again, lately, he's been one of those guys that usually gives up a run, sometimes even 2. So let's hope that the game isn't going to be 6-6 as we go to the bottom of the 9th. Hopefully we can celebrate a 6-5 victory. But again, it all depends on the first 7 pitches for Andres Munoz, and that'll tell the story. If we're going to end up winning 6-5 or if we're going to have to try to win 7-6 in the bottom of the 9th or in extras. Can we get the good Mooney, please? Gabe Spire did his job. Let's see if Mooney can do his. And let's see who the Diamondbacks have for their last chance opportunity here. Next up for the Diamondbacks in the top of the 9th, 2 for 4 with 2 runs and an RBI as a home run as well. Shortstop Geraldo Perdomo. Batting second, 2 for 4 with a run and 2 RBIs, catcher Gabriel Moreno. And then pinch hitting for Adrian Del Castillo was Nolan Arenado. Let's go, Mooney. Get the job done. Trident's up. Let's go, Ems. Let's go to the top of the 9th inning. Victor Robles is moving to right field for Luke Rayleigh. And Mooney is in for Spire. Trident's up. Let's go, Ems. Trident's up. Let's go, M's. Let's get it. We need the good Mooney. And we haven't really seen too many versions, of the good Mooney this year, but hopefully it comes here today. At least his ERA is below 5 and it's not above 6. I mean, at one point it was like 6.50, so it's at 4.79, which is still fucking terrible. But he does have 33 Ks to 7 walks. But again, he has a kind of a thing for giving up, back-to-back hits or walking guys, hitting guys, giving up RBIs and home runs. And hopefully we get the good Mooney here. First pitch from Mooney. Low and at the knees with a four-seam fastball, 1-0 count. And again, there's one thing about pitching as hard as you can, but also you got to have a little control on where that ball is going to go, and that pitch nowhere near the strike zone. 1-0 pitch. That was in the strike zone. I like that. Takes a sinker right down the middle. Looking. 1 ball and 1 strike from Mooney to Perdomo. 1-1 pitch. Low and away with the changeup, and Perdomo does not bite. 2 balls and 1 strike with nobody on and no outs. Top of the 9th inning, 6-5 Mariners with 4 home runs today, 2 by JP, 1 by Julio, and 1 by Luke Raley. 2-1 pitch, low and at the knees. Count now is 3 balls and 1 strike to Perdomo. Not the greatest start here in these first 4 pitches for the Mariners. 3-1 pitch. Right down the middle for a strike. I like that. Four-seam fastball looking 98 miles an hour, almost tipping the scales of 100. But we know he's no Jacob Mizorowski, who can pitch 100 to 105 on the reg. 3-2 pitch from Mooney, and a little chopper towards third and foul. 100-mile-an-hour fastball there. 99-100 there by Mooney. Count now is full. Come on, Mooney. 3 balls. Strikes, nobody on, no outs, top of the 9th, we're up by a run. Let's win that way. 3-2 pitch, and a hard hit ball into right, just past Cole Young, diving for it, cannot get to it, and Mooney gives up a single. Just over the head of Cole Young, not like he didn't try. Next up is Gabriel Moreno. And then obviously on deck would have been Adrian Del Castillo, but now will be the former Cardinal, Nolan Arenado. And now they're having a mound visit there with Mooney, and I feel like that's kind of a regular thing that we've seen. Well, we don't have a choice really of anybody else besides maybe Brash or Ferrer. And, Brash looked terrible today. And, they probably will never put Brash as the closer, but, the second closer after Mooney would be Ferrer, since he was the closer for, the Nationals last season for half the year. But, come on, Mooney. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 count. Mooney on the mound, Moreno in the box with a runner at first. 0-1 pitch, check swing. Did he go? He did not. Slider, low and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Mooney to Moreno. Top of the 9th, 6-5 Mariner lead with a runner at first and no outs. One pitch, low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike from Mooney to Moreno. Come on, Mooney. 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike. Beautiful sinker there by Munoz. 2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner at first and no outs. We need a strikeout and a double play, or a double play and a strikeout, but Moreno has only hit into 1 double play all year. Not that he can't do it here. Time is called there by Moreno. Mooney on the mound. Cleanup hitter Gabriel Moreno, the catcher, in the box. 2 for 4 with a run and 2 RBIs today, so he has had a good game. 2-2 pitch. And that one gets past Cole Young. And now they got runners at first and second with no outs. And another fucking meltdown by Mooney. Yikes. Back-to-back singles for Mooney, and this is not the good Mooney. And like I said, you'll know how good he is within the first 7 pitches. And obviously, giving up back-to-back hits is not the Mooney that we signed up for. I swear, like, he does good once and then has like 5 shitty games and then he does good again. It's like he never can put together, 2 good games in a row or 3, good outings in a row. He's just been really shitty this year. Next up is Nolan Arenado. And he hits Arenado in the back. Jesus Christ, are you kidding? And now we got bases loaded. I mean, are we going to lose now? Fucking A, dude. This guy needs to be replaced. I mean, I guess if that ends up being with Jose Ferrer, I mean, I don't really fully trust him either, but I trust him more than I do Mooney. I mean, like, how many games does Mooney have to blow before Dan realizes that, you need to either bench him or play him in the 8th inning, not in the 9th? Because again, I don't care if you're worried about his ego, same thing with Castillo. You can't be friends with everyone. You have to make a business decision. And plunking, fucking Arenado in the back, not ideal. And now you got bases loaded with no outs. Crazy how you can go from, being a top 5, top 10 closer, for a few years in a row and to being like bottom 10, And as soon as we correct one thing that's been not good, hitting, right? Then the pitching that was good now is going a little sideways. We did sweep the A's in our best series of the year, but, this guy needs to be replaced by Jose Ferrer. Or maybe a Matt Brash if he's, not injured, but Brash looked like shit today as well. So overall, the pitching just hasn't been good, and we were just lucky that we got 4 home runs today. Otherwise, we'd probably be down 5-0 or 5-1. First pitch by Waldschmidt from Mooney, fouled off, 0-1 count. 0-1 pitch, and a blooper into right, and foul. No balls and 2 strikes from Mooney to Waldschmidt. He had an ERA that was above 6, him and Castillo. Now, Castillo did good in his last start and then kind of cried on the bench, when we pulled him and put in Bryce. But 0-2 pitch, low and at the knees, missing the strike zone just barely there. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Mooney to Waldschmidt. 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss, and finally we get a fucking out, and that is 1 away. Now we just need like a fucking double play to get out of this jam. I mean, even if they end up getting a run and it ends up being 6-6, we could still win this game 7-6 in the bottom of the 9th or extras, but, it's just kind of a discouraging way, when you have a lead and then you can't even trust your closer to, do his job, and ends up giving up a run almost every fucking time this year. First pitch is low and at the knees to Vargas, 1-0 count. One-0 pitch, little dribbler towards third and foul. 1 ball and 1 strike with bases loaded and 1 out. Top of the 9th inning, 6-5 Mariners. And think about how many games where we've been tied or we have a 1-run lead and then he gives up a run or 2. I mean, it seems like every fucking time, for every 1 game he gets the, the save, it feels like he blows like 6-7 fucking opportunities. 1-1 pitch, low and at the knees as it bounces into the dirt to Pareda. 2 balls and 1 strike with bases loaded and 1 out. And I definitely think it's not only the grip on that slider, but it's mental. And, Dan is too stupid to bench him, but what does he need to do to bench him? I mean, you need him to blow how many saves in a row, for him to realize that this guy needs to go to the bench. 2-1 pitch, a little chopper. Fucking Naylor misses it. Jesus Christ. Run scores, game is tied. Fuck. And no one believes in Mooney. I don't even think the players believe in him either. You know, it's one thing to have a guy like Castillo that we normally don't believe in, but at least played well in his last start. Fucking A. And why does Naylor try to barehand it there? Jesus Christ. What are you doing, Naylor? Game that's tied now 6-6, and it's going to take a miracle for us to keep it at 6-6. Because if it ends up going to 7-6 or more, we might lose. 0-1 pitch. Goes into the dirt, but luckily Fernandez swings. No balls and 2 strikes with bases loaded and 1 out. He fucking stinks. Fucking terrible. It's like the only way you can win with Mooney on the mound is if you have a 2-run lead or more. And even then, you might not win because he might give up the 2 runs that you're ahead by. 0-2 pitch. Popped up. Thank God. And this should be a routine play here. JP is there, and that is 2 away. All right, let's get this last out and just find a way to win 7-6. Let's hope and pray that him giving up only 1 will be what we get. Little dribbler towards third, toe tap on the bag, and that is out number 3. Great job there by Colt Emerson. And Mooney, you fucking stink, bro. You know, like I said, you need to fucking get benched or only pitch in the 8th inning. You're not good enough to, you know, pitch in the 9th inning for us. Because if we have Mooney all year, we might not fucking make the playoffs. Like literally, it could end up being the A's and the Rangers, and we might miss out. Hopefully Dan can grow a fucking backbone and realize, you know, your closer that had an ERA above 6 and now that is in the high 4s and 5s, he's not it, you know, and normally he's trustworthy, but, you know, this year, not so much. Now we got to dig deep and hopefully find a way to win. 7-6 here in the bottom of the 9th. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. Let's see if we have the right potential batters to get us a victory. Next up, 0 for 3 with 2 Ks, DHing Dominic Canzone. He's due for a home run. Walk-off would be sweet. Batting second, 1 for 3 with a run with a single up the middle, Johnny Pareda. And batting third, 0 for 3 with 2 Ks, looking for his first hit of the game, third baseman Colt Emerson. Let's go, Colt. Trident's up. Let's go, Ems. We got to dig ourselves out of another hole here. Alec with the tour. Appreciate you. All good, brother. Alec with the tour. Game is tied 6-6 right now. Six runs, 14 hits, no errors for the Diamondbacks. 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors for the Mariners. And they're going to be bringing in Garcia. All right. Brandon Garcia is coming in. And Brandon was on the Mariners, if that name seems familiar. Obviously, we let him go because he's not really the greatest, so hopefully we can get a little bit of redemption here. All right, Brandon Garcia, the former Mariner, on the mound. And they're going to have Rob Refsnyder come in since he's a lefty. First pitch to Refsnyder, and he fouls it off. 0-1 count. Come on, Rob. Oh, 1 pitch, high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike to Rob Refsnyder. And again, if we just don't swing, you know, there's a pretty good chance, you know, that we can end up getting on with a walk with at least one of the guys in the batting order. 1-1 pitch. Takes a strike right down the middle. Sinker there by Garcia, the former Seattle Mariner. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Garcia to Refsnyder. One-two pitch, popped up and out of play. Well, Marte had an 11-game hit streak, so a lot of people are betting on him, to make money. The Diamondbacks are 10-1 in the last 11 games, and he's on an 11-game hit streak. So 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Garcia to Refsnyder. Two-two pitch. And that is strike 3 looking. Down goes Refsnyder, and that is 1 away. Next up is Johnny Pareda. On deck is Colt Emerson, and hopefully we can find a way to win this game 7-6, either here in the bottom of the 9th or in 10, 11, or 12. Well, Patrick Wisdom is pinch hitting. Got a mound visit here by the Diamondbacks. All right, Patrick Wisdom pinch hitting here for Johnny Pareda. Had some pretty good success for the Tacoma Rainiers, our AAA affiliate, and hopefully Pat can get on base here or force a walk. First pitch, low and at the knees, sinker 98 miles an hour there by Garcia, 1-0 count. Bottom of the 9th, we're tied at 6. Garcia on the mound, Wisdom in the box. 1-0 pitch, high and away. 2 balls and no strikes from Garcia to Wisdom. 2-0 pitch. And Wisdom, yes! There we go. You did something that Johnny Pareda probably would have not been able to do, get a single. Nice job there by Patrick Wisdom. Anytime you can get a AAA player, that, can come in the game and make it happen. Nice job, Pat. There we go. Now let's see if we can end up continuing this rally with third baseman looking for his first hit today, Colt Emerson. And then on deck will be J.P. Crawford, who's got 2 home runs today. Let's go. First pitch is low and away by Brandon Garcia, 1-0 count. Let's go, Ems. One-0 pitch, low and away. Here we go. If Colt just ends up being patient, he'll get walked. 2 balls and no strikes from Garcia to Emerson. Trident's up. Let's go, Ems. Great job there by Patrick Wisdom. 2-0 pitch, high and away, but getting the line for the strike there. 2 balls and 1 strike with a runner at first. Patrick Wisdom with 1 out. Trident's up. Let's go, Ems. 2-1 pitch, high and away for another strike on the line. Emerson does not agree, but we don't have obviously any more challenges left, so lost those with Pareda earlier. Just right on the line. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Garcia to Emerson. Come on, Colt. 2-2 pitch. Fouled off into left field, out of play. Sinker at 97 miles an hour. Throw to first, and Wisdom is safe. 2-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Down goes Colt. And that is 2 away. All right, JP. 2 home runs so far today. And would be great for a walk-off. You got ice water in your veins here today. Let's see if we can get a big RBI or a big home run from JP. He already has 2 home runs today. Can he be the hero? Let's go, JP. First pitch to JP, little slow dribbler up the middle, throw to first, and that is 3 up and 3 down. All right, we're going to extras, and again, that's kind of a routine thing to say, when you only have a 1-run lead and Mooney is trying to, end the game. And again, I wish I was surprised, but I'm not. It's like anytime the game is tied or you have a 1-run lead, he gives up a run or 2 almost every time this season. And we're going to have to dig deep and hopefully find a way to win this in extras. All right, let's go to the top of the 10th inning. Next up for the Diamondbacks, 0 for 3 with 2 walks and a K, Ketel Marte. Batting second, 2 for 5 with a run and a K, right fielder Corbin Carroll. And batting third, 3 for 5 with 3 runs and an RBI, including a home run, Geraldo Perdomo. Trident's up. Let's go, Ems. We got 90 subs to go to 24,200. Looks like we gained 2 more subs since the last commercial break. Appreciate you. 88 subs to go to 24,200. We're at 52 on the Dono train, 48 to go. And shout out to Odin's son for breaking our Dono record of a single Dono record of 1,500 a couple days ago. And we're at 223 likes. And we're on our way to 300. 77 to 300. Got Brian Wu on the mound tomorrow, Bryce Miller on Sunday. And we're first place. It took us a while to get there. And remember, we got no Brandon Donovan, no Cal Raleigh, and most teams that had 2 of their top 6 guys out wouldn't be doing very well. And we've been treading water and trying to do our best. And obviously we're still waiting on Mastrovoni and Vargas as well. But the team will definitely get a lift, and a boost, once Cal and Donnie are back. But hopefully we can find a way to win this game here tonight. Cooper Criswell enters the game here for the Mariners. First pitch to Ketel Marte from Cooper Criswell. Big swing and a miss. 0-1 count. Come on, Cooper. Let's go, Criswell. 0-1 pitch. And gets him to bite. Chases on that one and fouls that one behind the plate. No balls and 2 strikes to Ketel Marte. Shout out to my boy Brooks Beats with the best beats on YouTube. 0-2 pitch. Oh, steps off the mound. Top of the 10th inning. Ghost runner at second with no outs. Tied at 6. Had a 6-5 lead, but Mooney, blew the game again. What's new, right? But we still got to be able to put that behind us and try to get this victory. 0-2 pitch, low and at the knees with the changeup as it bounces into the dirt. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Criswell to Marte. Vargas, Marte, and Carroll, RBI leaders for the Diamondbacks this season. 1-2 pitch, little dribbler up the middle. JP, throw to first. And that is 1 away. Runner ends up advancing to third with 1 out. Good defense there by JP. Next up for the Diamondbacks, right fielder Corbin Carroll. First pitch to Corbin Carroll from Cooper Criswell. Cutter right down the middle. Takes a strike looking. 0-1 count. Try dance up. Let's go, M's. Oh, 1 pitch. Little chopper up the middle. JP, great play. Looks at third. Great job there by JP Crawford, keeping the runner at third base, staring him down after making a diving play and saving possibly the game. Great job by JP. You know, and even just that slight look and stare down to make sure that runner is not going to be going home. Great job. And still plenty of time to get that ball to Naylor for out number 2. Great job, JP. Definitely one of the MVPs in this game today. Made some great defensive plays and has 2 home runs today. Great job. 2 up and 2 down. Next up, in the 3-hole, shortstop Geraldo Perdomo. First pitch in there to Perdomo, high and inside with a cutter, 88 miles an hour, 1-0 count. Top of the 10th, runner at third with 2 outs, tied at 6. Criswell on the mound for the Mariners, Perdomo in the box. 1-0 pitch, beautiful sweeper, getting into the strike zone there. 79 miles an hour there by Criswell. 1 ball and 1 strike with a runner at third and 2 outs. Come on, Cooper. 1-1 pitch, broken bat. Get that. Cole Young, throw to first. Got him. Here we go. Time to win this game in the bottom of the 10th, 7-6. Let's go. Great defense there by the Mariners. Let's go. Let's see if we have the right people up to give us the victory, and I think we do. Next up, 3 for 4 with a run, 2 RBIs, and a home run. Center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Fucking get a homer, walk off, let's win. Batting second, 1 for 4, and missing a home run by 6 inches today, Josh Naylor. And batting third, 1 for 4, left fielder Randy Arozarena. Let's go. Let's get this victory with Julio. Trident's up. Let's go, M's, baby. Got to get this victory. Let's go, Julio. Juan Murillo coming in. First pitch into Julio for a strike, 0-1 count. Slider 83 miles an hour there by Juan Murillo. 0-1 pitch. Big swing and a miss there by Julio. No balls and 2 strikes to Julio Rodriguez. Come on, J-Rod. 0-2 pitch, high and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Murillo to Rodriguez. Bottom of the 10th inning, runner at second with no outs. 1-2 pitch. Big swing and a miss there by Julio, and that is one away. Next up for the Mariners in the 3-hole, first baseman, it's Nails, Josh Naylor. On deck is Randy Arozarena. And it looks like they're going to intentionally walk Naylor, avoiding the lefty bat. So now we have runners at first and second. And next up is Randy Arozarena. On deck after that would be Luke Raley. First pitch to Randy. Fouls that one behind the plate to the T-Mobile bricks. 0-1 count. Bottom of the 10th inning, runners at first and second with one out. We're tied at 6. Mooney had another meltdown when we were up 6-5, so we have to make up for it, and hopefully Randy will be the hero here tonight. 0-1 pitch. Low and at the knees. Changeup missing there by Murillo. 1 ball and 1 strike to Randy Arozarena. 1-1 pitch. High and inside. Good patience there by Randy. Sinker missing there by Murillo. 98 miles an hour, high and inside. 2 balls and 1 strike with runners at first and second and 1 out. Bottom of the 10th inning, tied at 6. 2-1 pitch. In there for a strike with the slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Randy Arozarena. Two-two pitch. And Randy with a little blooper. Drop. Yes. Mariners win. Mariners win. Woo! Let's go. You ask for Randy to be the hero, and he ends up being the hero. Fuck yeah. Let's go, baby. And obviously we know Mooney, on the cusp of blowing it again. But thankfully, Randy Arozarena with that little blooper, and that falls and gets the job done. Final score, Mariners 7, Diamondbacks 6, and we desperately needed that victory. Hell yeah. Especially after Mooney almost blew it, and he's been doing that on the regular. Let's go. Trident's up. Let's go M's, baby. Hell yeah. And when the Mariners win, what do? We fucking dance. Mariners win. Fuck yeah. Big 7-6 victory. Great job. And let's go over the stat line for both teams here. Hell yeah. One of the best games that we've seen. And again, 7 runs, 13 hits, no errors for the Mariners. 6 runs, 13 hits, no errors for the Diamondbacks. And I mean, if Mooney would have done his job, we would have already won, 6-5. But, I guess that's just how the cookie crumbles. But we'll take the victory. And let's go over the stat line for both teams here. Hell yeah. Rick Riz, he loves it, baby. All right, so let's start off with the Diamondbacks. Ketel Marte 0 for 4, and his 11-game hit streak ends just like we ended Nick Kurtz's on-base streak that almost hit 50 to catch Mark McGwire, and we ended that as well. The Mariners have a reputation of ending streaks, and we do it again. Great job. Corbin Carroll going 2 for 6. I don't think I've seen that all year. 6 at-bats. He ended up only getting 1 run, but he's been hot as of late. Geraldo Perdomo 3 for 6 with 3 runs, 1 home run and 1 RBI. He had a good game. Gabriel Moreno, another individual that had a good game, 3 for 5 with a run and 2 RBIs. Adrian Del Castillo 0 for 2 with a run. Ryan Waldschmidt 1 for 5. Ildemaro Vargas, who did he have? He went 0 for 5. Jose Fernandez, 3 for 5 with an RBI. And then Tommy Troy went 0 for 4. And then let's take a look at what the Seattle Mariners ended up doing here today. And the MVP of this game, J.P. Crawford, 2 for 4 with 4 runs, 2 home runs, and 3 RBIs. Ice water in his veins. Great to see this version of J.P. Crawford. And let's not forget, he didn't make any errors today. He played good on defense. No more sidearm bullshit. Great job, J.P. Another individual with a great game, 3 for 5 with a home run and 2 RBIs. Has the most home runs in a single month in his career with 9 so far. The record was 8 for him. Julio Rodriguez. Josh Naylor going 1 for 4 and missing a home run by 6 inches on the top of that padding. Randy Arozarena, 2 for 5 with an RBI and the game winner. My man, the most consistent hitter from the beginning of the season, Randy Arozarena. Luke Raley, 2 for 4 and a home run to give us that 6-5 lead. We love you, Luke. Cole Young, 1 for 4. Dominic Canzone, 0 for 3. Johnny Pareda, 1 for 3. And then obviously Colt Emerson with a 0 for 4 game, but he'll probably get a hit tomorrow. I'd probably put money on that. And again, we get the victory, and we finally hit 500, one more win. We're above 500. So, it definitely feels good. We're going in the right direction. The Diamondbacks go to 31-25 and the Mariners go to 29-29. And I know that's not exactly what we were expecting, this season, to be, at this type of record, but at least we're first place in the American League West. And again, we definitely are starting to hit our stride. And again, huge win. And we got Brian Wu on the mound tomorrow. I'm very confident we can win with him, even though his last start was kind of like Kirby's. It wasn't the greatest. And then we got the piggyback on Sunday in the early afternoon with Bryce Miller starting and Castillo ending. And that'll give our bullpen a little bit of a rest, considering how shitty they were obviously today, but we still got the victory. So this one feels good. Shout out to Yekno and Sean, Alec, as well as Velasco. Try to remember with Velasco as well. Shout out to All Day for helping out with the duties. You're doing a great job ever since hitting mod status with Captain. Appreciate the two of you. And shout out to all the Mariner fans in the building, man. We got the job done. And again, I'm ready and hungry for another win tomorrow. Final score, Seattle Mariners 7, Diamondbacks 6 in 10, and we get the job done. I love you guys and I appreciate you guys. I got dinner to eat and a long victory walk to go with Paisley. Enjoy this one, get a good night of sleep, and we'll be back here tomorrow, same time, same place, with Brian Wu on the mound tomorrow, and hopefully we'll be able to get another dub and win the series. Love you guys, and I appreciate you guys, and I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Tridents up, and go Mariners!